And we are back for Game 3, y'all. Game 3 in Indiana. Good home crowd. See how the Thunder hold up. They're a much better home team than they are a road team. But I have this expectation that the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to run right through them. So here we go. Let's get to the show, y'all. No fanfare. Lights are down. Let's toss them back up. Here we go. Let's get into it. Again, I'm expecting the Oklahoma City Thunder to take care of the Indiana Pacers. But these Pacers don't go down quietly. So while it might be a little frustrating for people like me and maybe people like you guys to have to be off for like 2 days, like why is the game 3 days separated? This is the finals. Like we've been in a sprint here in the playoffs to the finals, and all of a sudden we're gonna slow down and jog it out? Like, come on, man, let's just get to the finish line. Let's play these games, right? 2 days is cool in between the travel. 1 day in between the 2 home games, right? So if you get to game 5, 6, 7, you take the 2 days off in between those, fine, cool, I get that. Like, come on, man. Lionel Monas, David Osh Jr., Big Rud was popping. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. David said, I got Thunder Pacers. Lost all games. Those are his postseason. Game 1 might be the only game that the Pacers win. That is my expectation. But these Pacers have exceeded my expectations many times. So I'm not putting it past them to win a game here at home. And they're a really good home team, and they have a really good home crowd. So it's not going to be easy for OKC. Indiana's going to give them a run for their money. But realistically, Oklahoma City is the better team, and they should be winning these games. This is why you play the games, right? I always say, this is why you play the games. Lionel Monas reminding people with the thumbs up. Absolutely. Appreciate you, Lionel. Absolutely. If you're in here, hit the thumbs up button. Spread it out to the people. Let's get it. Let's get it. This is the lowest viewed NBA Finals in like damn near 30 years or so. So, you know, I get not a lot of people interested. It's kind of because it's like David against Goliath, and everybody knows in this situation, David's not going to have much of a chance. Big Rud said OKC winning 123-115. Very high-scoring game. I think if the Pacers get to 115, it means their offense is kind of moving and grooving. I think they would win a 115 game. Especially on the road here, where OKC's role guys have not been great. To get like great role games to get great games for your role players on the road here, that'd be a really disappointing outcome for Indiana, right? All right, here we go. Again, remember, Oklahoma City, not a great road team at all. The Thunder win the tip, and here we go. How are they going to come out in this game tonight? Dort has it up top. And the whistle is blown, and they call an offensive foul on the Thunder immediately. Immediately. Literally 8 seconds into the game, the whistle is blown. Okay. It was an off-ball foul. SGA pushing and shoving with Nembhard, and they call SGA throwing a little elbow. So it's already a foul on SGA. He's not normally a guy who deals with foul trouble, but... So Nembhard has it up top, and they call a foul on Lou Dort. Uh-oh. The officials, they're already looking to take control early. They're already looking to take control early. Here they go. Halliburton up top. Kicks it out to Turner. He had a shot. He didn't take it. Now coming to it right off the handoff. Out to Nembhard. A right corner three. He's got space. Maybe Kason Wallace got a piece of it. It was way off. Had to have gotten a piece of it. Here comes SGA. Driving it down. In the lane. Spins to the basket. Looking to draw a foul. He doesn't get it. Good defense from Nesmith. And now here comes Nesmith. Bringing it down. Lou Dort's going to pick him up. To get it over to Turner. Turner. Attacking Chet Holmgren off the bounce. Stop, turn, half spin, lefty hook. Can't get it to go. Holmgren with the rebound. He's bringing it down. You know he's got a handle on him. He's going to take him all the way to the rim. Stops, turns, pivots. He throws up the lefty hook, and he gets it to go for the first basket of the game for either side. Here we go. Big Red said, I'm happy for James Johnson. I don't really give a damn about James Johnson. And the Thunder force a turnover. Kason Wallace all the way down. Gets chased down, blocked by Miles Turner. A little too nonchalant. But luckily, J-Dub was right there for the scoop and score, picking up that loose ball. 4-0 early. Halliburton bringing it down. They get it over to Siakam. His first touch of the game being guarded by SGA on a mismatch. SGA goes for the steal. Fall away bank shot for Siakam on the left block. He don't miss too many of those, I'll tell you that. David Oz Jr. said, Pacers lost every game 3 this postseason? Did not know that. I did not know that. J-Dub driving it down. Fall away jumper. Gets it to go. That's a good shot for J-Dub. J-Dub's got the mid-range going. Siakam has it up top. Oh, I forgot. Isn't he a former Bull, Big Red? Is that why you have fondness for him? I don't even remember. I don't really care about J-Dub. I mean, I don't really care about James Johnson. Career journeyman. Cool. Sure. Sure, I guess. J-Dub driving it down, and they call the foul on Nesmith. So far, OKC's led the entirety of this game. J-Dub has it up top. He's doing a lot of the ball handling right now, which is good. You want him activated early, and he delivers a nice shovel pass over to Chet Holmgren for an easy dunk. Here comes Nembhard bringing it down. It's 8-4 early. OKC look pretty good to start. The first quarter, it's early in the game. Kason Wallace has switched on Siakam. Siakam's looking to dance. Fall away jumper in the paint. Ooh, halfway down, can't get it to stay, though. Chet Holmgren with a nice, big, strong rebound. They're going to need Chet Holmgren's rebounding, man. Big Red said, no, he wasn't. He's been on damn near every team, so I just took a wild guess. Holmgren spins to the basket, gets fouled by Turner. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. I took a wild shot in the dark, Big Red. I'm not going to lie, because James Johnson been on damn near every team in the league at this point. I figured, why not? Maybe. So Holmgren's at the foul line for 2 free throws. It's 8-4, 9:17 to go. OKC looks pretty calm, cool, and collected here in the Pacers building. Crowd is active, but not intimidating, I'd say. Not an intimidating presence so far, which, yeah. Great teams aren't going to be intimidated, per se, but Halliburton's bringing it down. Lou Dort applying full court pressure. Wallace switches onto him to get it over to Turner. Back to Halliburton on the handoff. Sidestep in the baseline. Now gets it back to Turner. Knocked out of his hands. Going to remain with the Pacers. This Thunder team, man. This Thunder team just, I don't know how they do it. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. They are active on every action. Every single action. They're getting in the passing lane, even without getting into the passing lane. The Siakam spins, follow-away jumper over Dort, gets that one to go. Siakam is activated tonight, I'll tell you that. Siakam is absolutely activated tonight. He's ready to go. He's ready to shine. I mean, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Lou Dort, the right corner 3, he splashes it. If the role guys are going to be playing the way they're starting to play right now, as Chet Holmgren knocked down the 2 free throws, I forgot to credit him with that, by the way. It's 13-6. It's already a 7-point game. Halliburton has it up top, gets it over to Nembhard. Nembhard being guarded by J-Dub. Tagging to his left, gets it over to Siakam. And an offensive foul, Nembhard, who runs right into Lou Dort intentionally, trying to set a moving screen. And the red, Tony Brothers hits him with the moving screen. You guys know I don't like Tony Brothers. But if the role guys, I talked about it to start the game. If the role guys are going to play like this, SGA has barely had the ball as he's bringing it down now. He's barely had the ball as Nembhard's applying some full court pressure. And yet, OKC looks like a well-oiled machine even offensively. Extra pass, J-Dub in the corner, catches pump fakes, drives in it down, kicks it out. Dort, pass fake, gets it over to SGA. SGA inside the Dort. Dort goes up, hangs in the air, blows the layup. Good contest from Nesmith on the weak side. You got to be able to finish that, Dort. Siakam's going to pull it back out, attacking Holmgren. This has to be the matchup for OKC. It's got to be Holmgren on Siakam. See, he forces the kick out. A straightaway three from Miles Turner comes up well short. SGA with the rebound. That has to be the matchup. He matches up best with Siakam. Dort has it on the left corner. Now out to Holmgren in the high post. Holmgren being guarded by Turner. Attacking to his right. Kicks it out to J-Dub. J-Dub up top. Swings through to his left. Gets fouled by Siakam out on the perimeter. And they're giving them the little touchy fouls. Little touchy touch fouls. Angelo Harding said, how come you're hosting? Because it's basketball. It's the only game's on. Might as well do the finals. The only game's on. SGA up top, coming to his right up the Holmgren screen, bounce past the Holmgren in the lane, little fall-away jumper, got it to go. It was a little bit of a settle, but he got it to go, and immediately it's a 9-point game. If this is a blowout, we'll head out by halftime. Because Indiana can have the magic, sure, but their magic may have been used up in game one. It may have been used up in game one. This OKC team's too good. If it continues to go like this, we'll head out early. Not like people are checking in for this series. Let's be honest, right? It's not like people are checking into the OKC Indiana finals when everybody knows OKC is gonna win. It's a pretty. How do I want to phrase it? Expected start, right? You expected it to start like this. You were hoping for maybe a good basketball game, but, you call the timeout, you take the initial blow, and then boom, here you go. Angela said, for some reason, I want OKC to win the final. So true. Yeah, I'm with you, Angela. I'm with you. I think over the Pacers for sure. I think I'd go crazy. The world can't see an Indiana championship. So OKC needs to do us a favor. As much as I'm a Hartenstein hater, honestly, I'm a Hartenstein hater because I love Hartenstein. I love the guy, and he betrayed us, and he's a Benedict Arnold. So get him out of here. I'm gonna hate Hartenstein for the remainder of his career. Screw that guy. But I hate him so much because I love him. And he's damn good. So at least do us the favor of eliminating the Pacers for us. Do us that favor. Hey, Hazy, Frank was popping. David said, I heard Knicks reaching out to Hawks for Quinn Snyder. They have reached out to the Rockets for Udoka, and they said no. They reached out to the Mavs for Kidd, and they said no. They reached out to Atlanta for Quinn Snyder. They said no. They reached out to Minnesota for Chris Finch. They said no. And the last one I heard was they reached out to the Chicago Bulls about Billy Donovan, and the Bulls said no. Right? So the Knicks are just reaching out to some of the better younger coaches in the league that they like, and all the teams said no. And they said, are you sure? And they said, yeah, we're sure. And they said, we'll compensate you. And they said, no, we're good. These coaches are really good. They're like, we know. So we'll give you a little something for them. They're like, no, we're good. Like, we'll be in touch. And so, they're just doing their due diligence. Doesn't hurt to ask. Shoot or shoot, man. Shoot or shoot. You would never know that a coach is available unless you ask. And they ask. No big deal. No big deal. Just get me Johnny Bryant and we'll be good. Halliburton passes over to Ben Shepherd. They run him off the line. He's driving it down. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Gets it to go. Good move for Ben Shepherd. J-Dub will bring it down. Gets it over to Dort. Toppin and Ben Shepherd have subbed in for the Pacers. Holmgren has it up top. Hands it off to J-Dub. J-Dub coming to his left, loses the handle, picks it back up. Shepherd applying some pressure. J-Dub's going to dance with it. Coming to his left, stop. And Shepherd takes it right out of his hands. Great defense from Ben Shepherd. Halliburton going all the way, throws the lob, a terrible lob pass. But Obi Toppin able to get it to go with the perseverance, tips it to himself, and then gets it to go up and in. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Cason Wallace driving it down, kicks it out to a wide open Chet Holmgren, can't get it to go. Siakam with the rebound. It's 10-15, y'all. They're right back into it. Right back into it. It was a 9-point game as Nembhard just loses the handle out of bounds, goes off of Nembhard. Just a routine handoff between Toppin and Nembhard. Nembhard just loses the handle off of it. SGA up top, being guarded by Nembhard, dancing with it, crosses over to his right in the lane, follow-away jumper, can't get it to go. Siakam with the rebound. SGA, I believe, has 0 points so far. Halliburton has it up top, attacking, stops, step back, mid-range pull-up jumper, off the back rim, can't get it to go. Holmgren with the rebound, he's bringing it down now. Holmgren's got a bunch of rebounds to start this game, that's a great sign for them. Chet Holmgren driving it down, draws the foul on Obi Toppin, got the two hands out on him. Yak said Mike Brown is what's being talked about right now. Mike Brown is going to be interviewed for this head coaching job. A lot of coaches are going to be interviewed for this head coaching job. He is on the list of coaches to be interviewed for sure. Chet Holmgren, they gave him in the act of shooting, so he's at the foul line for 2 free throws. He knocks down the first one. A lot of coaches are going to be interviewed. He is the name that has come up who is going to be interviewed that they feel can take him to the next level. So he's going to be interviewed. A lot of people are going to be interviewed. Expect Johnny Bryan to be interviewed. Mike Brown is a name we've heard. They also said that they're going to interview college coaches. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? I want OKC because I hate Indiana. I'm with you. I think most of us are on the same boat. Halliburton gets it over to Shepherd, gets it over to Turner. Turner attacking Caruso, down the lane, kicks it out, Toppin a straightaway 3, over Dort, can't get it to go. Loose ball, SGA able to grab it. J-Dub was able to tip it to him. Caruso, beautiful bounce pass to Holmgren for a two-handed slam. Okay, 19-10. OKC back up by 9. Toppin bringing it down, kicks it out to Nembhard. Nembhard kicks it over to Halliburton. Halliburton dancing with it, tries to get it in the corner, gets a knock loose by J-Dub, and Halliburton's having a rough game to start. He don't know what's going on. SGA is bringing it down, being guarded by Nembhard, coming to his right, spinning back to his left. Nembhard doing a good job of staying in front of him. SGA's dancing, a step back straightaway 3, well short, long rebound. Toppin picks it up. SGA, 0 points so far, and they got a 9-point lead early. Halliburton driving it down, throws up a floater, gets it to go. That Halliburton floater, man, when he gets an angle to the rim, barely misses those. J-Dub pull up mid-range jumper, can't get it to go, but able to grab his own offensive rebound, and he throws it right into Halliburton's hands. He's going to drive it down the lane, leaves it off top into the basket, gets the layup to go. And the Pacer defense leading to some offense. And I'm doing a bad job of keeping up with my score. It's 19-14. 19-14. I said Indiana gets so many layups. That's what happens when you are the best transition team in the league, my man. What happens when you are the best transition team in the league. Keenar said, not too upset about J. Kidd. I never thought Dallas would let him go easy. I never once thought any of these teams would let any of their coaches go. I don't think any of them are going. Right? But, you do your due diligence has been the motto during this coaching search. I mean, this front office always does, right? They always do. They hit up these teams. They're like, "Hey, how do you feel about your coach?" They're like, "We love our coach." They're like, "Do you love him so much that you wouldn't allow us to interview for them?" They were like, "Absolutely." They're Like, hey, what if we compensate you? They said, we don't care. Why would we do that? We don't know. You are not interviewing our head coach. He is not available to leave the team. He is under contract. Our head coach is staying here. But, it never hurts to ask. Because what if Chicago, what if Dallas is like, hey, look, we're kind of retooling with this Cooper Flagg thing. We're cool moving on from J. Kidd. Kind of been upset since the Luka trade. We don't know if this is a relationship that's going to last. Yeah, go ahead. We're ready to move on too. There's a guy in college we have our eye on that we're ready. We're not going to be a championship contender. Kyrie's hurt. AD's always hurt. We're going to bring in 19-year-old Cooper Flagg. Like, who knows? Who knows? Now we do know. But who could have known? Right? How Dallas felt about Jason Kidd. Unless you ask. Which is why you ask. Right? You can't live life thinking that the hot girl over there was going to reject you anyway. You can't live life like that. You just got to go over and strike up a conversation and ask. Because they could say yes, right? You never know if the Rockets love having Udoka around. They could have said yes. Who knows? Well, we do know now. But before that, who could have known? Who could have known? You got to ask. So, by the way, they asked if they could interview them for the job. They didn't ask if they could hire them for the job. Well, presumably, if you're asking that, you're looking to hire them for the job, obviously. But they're going to do an interview process. There's going to be 10 coaches we interview for the head coaching job. If you remember last time, I believe there was like 12 or 13 coaches we interviewed. When we hired Tom Thibodeau, which was the last time this front office went through a coaching search. They interviewed like 12 or 13 head coaches, and they hired Tom Thibodeau, even though they knew they wanted Tom Thibodeau as the coach. So they're going to do the same. They're going to interview 10 or more coaching prospects, and they're going to interview young up-and-coming assistant coaches. They're going to interview college coaches. They're going to interview free agent coaches. And they threw on the list coaches that might be on other teams, that are under contract with other teams. And they figured, hey, can we interview them? Because we like them a lot. And they're like, yeah, we like him a lot. That's why he's under contract. No, you cannot. So, it is. Angelo Harding said they fried. You can't hire same on the team. They planned that before the end of the fight. Yeah, they got a plan. I know a lot of the media is trying to push that they don't have a plan, but they have a plan. All right, we're back into it. Hartenstein gets it over to Caruso, over to Dort. Dort's going to fire a left wing three. He's got no conscience, and he rattles it in. Lou Dort has been phenomenal for the Thunder all series long, all playoffs long, really. But this series in particular, he is on point with his three-point shooting. SGA switches on to Halliburton. He has it up top. Halliburton coming to his right of a Turner screen. Halliburton pass fake over to Shepard. Shepard over to Toppin. Toppin picks up his dribble inside to Turner. Turner goes up, gets blocked by SGA. SGA's got a foul. He picks up that foul right there. It's 4 minutes ago here in the first quarter. He's sitting the remainder of the quarter, and he's got 2 fouls going into the second. A great block from SGA, man. That's not a good block. It's a great block. That's a center right there. He goes up and he blocks Turner. Get it over to Shepard. Great screening. Frees him up in the left corner off the inbounds. He can't get it to go down, though. Caruso with the rebound. It's an 8-point game. OKC can look to take their first double-digit lead of the night. Aaron Wiggins dancing with it, and he gets tripped up by Halliburton. Good defense from Halliburton, forces the turnover. Aaron Wiggins dribbles it out of bounds. Halliburton bringing it down now the other way. Has it up top, being guarded by Caruso. Tries to get it over to Turner, just throws it away. Hartenstein looking to save it. He does save it, but right to Shepard. Halliburton over to Shepard. Shepard over to Nembhard. Nembhard in the left corner. Back up top to Halliburton, being guarded by Caruso. Back to Turner. Turner puts up the right corner three over Hartenstein, and he rattles it in. Caruso's going to bring it down against some Obi Toppin full court pressure. Get over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein has it up top. Takes his dribble up. Looking for an outlet. Got nowhere to go. Now gets it over to Dort. Dort up top. Driving to his left. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Terrible shot. A Lou Dort mid-range pull-up jumper is not the shot you should be looking for. Nembhard bringing it down. Has it up top. Crossing over to his right off a Turner screen. Caruso does a great job of recovering back in front of him. Out to Halliburton. He's going to set on fire for a deep right wing three, and he knocks it down. It's a 2-point game, y'all. And they're right back into it. I never restarted the timer, but we're under 3 minutes to go. SGA bringing it down, coming to his left. Swings it out to Wiggins. Pass fake, driving it down in the lane. Kicks it out to Dort. Dort, wide open, right wing three. No one around him. And he knocks it down for his third three of the game. Gets those 3 points right back up to 5. Here comes Haliburton bringing it down the other way. Up top, coming to his left of the Turner screen. Cross-court pass, top in right corner. Pump fakes. Caruso goes for it. Euro step, top in. Gets the beautiful scoop layup around Hartenstein. My goodness. A quick beauty of a move. And SGA's bringing it down. He has it up top being guarded by Nembhard. He's dancing with it as the screen buffers. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube TV and ABC. And we didn't see it, but OKC scored 2 points. SGA scored it. They're going to show the replay here. He goes all the way to the basket, gets a righty layup to go. It's a goaltend. Goaltend on Turner. But it's back up by 5. And Haliburton has it on the right wing, being guarded by Wiggins. Haliburton dancing with it, crosses over to his right of the Turner screen. Pass fake to Turner down the lane. Pass fake again, goes up. Goes for a quick scoop layup. Rushed it, can't get it to go. Caruso and Hartenstein. Great defense. Caruso driving it down, kicks it out to Wiggins. Wiggins attacking to his right. Stops, turns, being guarded by Haliburton. To the basket, gets stripped by Haliburton. Haliburton able to save it from going out of bounds. Causes another turnover. More great defense from Haliburton. Get it over to Toppin. Toppin hands it off to Nembhard. Now back up top to Haliburton. Haliburton being guarded by Caruso. Driving to his left, right past him. Inside pass to Nembhard, but Nembhard didn't have the angle. Forced to kick it back out to Toppin. Back over to Haliburton. Pass fake, driving it down. Up top, Toppin, a straightaway 3. They close out short, forcing him to shoot. He can't get it to go. Hartenstein corrals the rebound. And here comes SGA the other way. A fast-paced game here. 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. SGA's got space down the lane. Scoop layup. Lefty with the left hand gets it to go over Toppin. It's back up by 7. Nembhard driving it down to his left all the way to the rim. Gets fouled. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. The first free throws for Indiana tonight. 1:19 to go. Big Red said Pacers said no blowout yet. They did not. Yak said can't make a mistake with the Pacers. You cannot. They take advantage of them. They are the best at taking advantage of your turnovers. You know, I said I'm convinced we need another ball handler like Tyus Jones. They do need another ball handler. Could be Tyus Jones. It could be Tyler Kolek. It could be Deuce McBride if he improves his handle this offseason. We'll see, man. We'll see. They do need more ball handlers. The number one thing you need in the NBA is as many players who can dribble, pass, and shoot. The Knicks got a lot of players who can pass and shoot. They don't have too many dribblers, though. They got one. They got one dynamite dribbler. His name is Jalen Brunson. Nembhard hits the first but misses the second. 29-23, 6-point game. Hartenstein up top. Cason Wallace is back in the game. SGA with the handoff from Hartenstein, dancing with it up top, being guarded by Shepherd. He's seeing that as barbecue chicken. But Shepherd, great defense, and they call Shepherd for the reach-in foul. You know, I said if we get a young coach who will give the kids a chance, we can develop McCullough, Bakholm, and Kolek. For sure. For sure. Throw Hug Porty in there as well. Throw whatever draft pick they pick up this year. They'll pick up one guy in the second round. We'll see who they scout. But I'll love them, as I love all rookies, right? Need them. Need to develop the young guys. But it's up to the young guys also to prove that they deserve minutes as well. Absolutely. Yeah, said Dallas making the playoffs after playing together all year and staying healthy could be real good in the playoffs. The thing about that, though, Yak, is I don't think Kyrie Irving will come back this season. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll come back in the second half of the year, similar to what Robinson did this year, where he's out half to 3/4 of the year, and he comes back and he's able to get ready for the playoff run, because they'll have Davis, they'll have Flagg, so they're going to be in the playoff hunt. But it could happen. SGA knocks down both free throws. Isaiah Joe's in the game. They get it over to McConnell, who's in the game as well. Siakam checks back in. McConnell dancing with it up top around the screen. Takes it out to Siakam, being guarded by Hartenstein. Dancing with it. Siakam, quick crossover to his right against Hartenstein, and they call the foul on Hartenstein with a little trip. I said, as long as they interview Johnny and Sam Cassell, I'm good. Yeah, I hope Sam Cassell's on the list too. I'm pretty sure they're going to interview Johnny Bryant. I'm pretty sure. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see what the final list is, right? We'll get it soon. We'll get it eventually. But the thing about wanting them to rush to hire a head coach, as some media people are scrounging around like, why are they doing all of this? The New York Knicks head coaching job is the only vacancy in the NBA right now. So they don't have to rush. There's no other team interviewing the prospect that they might be interested in. The only time that happened was Phoenix with Johnny Bryant, right? So what's the rush? There are literally no other coaching jobs available. The Knicks are the only one. They can take their time. No need to rush it. We'll sit back. We'll put the list together. We'll talk about it. We'll have 1,000 meetings about it. And then, as Siakam splits the free throws, but Thomas Bryant with the offensive rebound, and then he loses it out of bounds. It's going back to the Thunder. It's a 7-point game, 31-24. They get it in the Holmgren, being guarded by Thomas Bryant. Full court pressure. They even got their centers applying full court pressure. Crazy. Holmgren has it up top to get it over to SGA. SGA, back to Holmgren, and he gets fouled by Thomas Bryant, holding on to him. Robin Show, what's up, Robin? Chris Rowe, what's up, Chris? Keenan Harrison and JB had a ton of turnovers, so not quite steady enough. Well, Jalen Brunson averages a little over 2 turnovers a game, which is one of the best for a high-usage point guard in the NBA. He's more than steady. He's one of the best handles in the league. He's very, very low turnover. The issue is, in the playoffs, against a good active defense, when you're the only guy who could take more than 3 dribbles in the half court, there's a lot of pressure on you to make plays for everybody. Because they were not running plays for Bridges, who is, as Holmgren also splits a pair of free throws, is what you were saying in terms of not a steady ball handler. He can handle it a little bit, but he's not a steady ball handler. Anunoby can't take more than 3 dribbles. And then you don't really have anybody else. McBride, similar situation, can't take more than 3 dribbles. As McConnell turns it over, here comes Holmgren, bringing it down, pushing the pace. Shot clock, game clock down to 8. McConnell knocks it out of bounds. So now OKC can set up an offensive play here. They got 6 seconds on the clock. Justice's dad. What's up, Justice's dad? It's going to be a hot one for sure. The summer? Are you talking about the summer? Because it's for sure going to be a hot summer, man. Today was hot. Arson McCullough just had that look of someone who can play. I agree with you. I like McCullough. I like his activity. I like his aggressiveness. I like his tenacity. All of the things. SGA, a fall away, baseline jumper. Can't get it to go. And that's the end of the quarter. 32-24. 8-point lead after 1 quarter. Indiana did a really good job of not falling behind by double figures at any point. Because they were definitely in jeopardy at multiple points of falling behind by double figures. Keenar said, I doubt Kyrie at decent strength ACL, right? Yeah, I believe it was the ACL, which makes me believe he might be able to come back this year. But you never know. He's an older player. He's had knee issues before. So he might take the year to just make sure he's right for the following season. And if that's the case, then what is Dallas competing for? A play-in spot? You know? Maybe they can fight for the 6th seed or something. But the West is a monster, man. The West is a monster, so. What is Dallas really going to be fighting for if Kyrie doesn't come back this year? They get Cooper Flag, viable playoff experience, I guess? Okay. But, like, your core guys are getting older. And Anthony Davis, who's an injury-prone guy, he's going to be another year older. Kyrie Irving coming off an ACL, he's going to be another year older. You know? Keenan Hart continues, said it's variable. Rare people like Adrian Peterson. Then Kawhi wanted to take 2 years. Others simply never the same. I don't think Kawhi ever tore his ACL, though. He has degenerative knee issues. Kawhi was a different case. Adrian Peterson was a freak, and we've never seen somebody recover from an ACL injury the way he did. I think the more apt one is like Derrick Rose, right? Derrick Rose got injured, and he took like a year and a half to come back with the ACL tear. So it could be, and Kyrie Irving, like I said, has a history of knee issues. He's had, major knee surgeries before, and complications with the knee surgery. So it's not a guarantee he comes back next season, even though he got the surgery in the, like, I don't know, 3/4. I don't remember when he injured it. It was towards the end of the season, obviously, but it's not a guarantee that he's what, 33, 34 now? He's not young, man. He's not young. He's on the wrong side of 30 as an NBA player. Yak said McBride is a decent ball handler. He doesn't turn it over. 3 assists to every turnover. But the narrative is his poor ball handler. He definitely can get better also. Yeah, I think the thing with Deuce McBride is I agree with you, Yak, in that I think he's actually a decent ball handler. He's made himself to a decent ball handler. When he was at West Virginia as a point guard in college, he was not a very good ball handler, even though he was playing point guard. Rarely got to the paint, settled for a lot of mid-range pull-up jumpers because he didn't have the ball handling skills to get all the way to the paint. And then when he got to the NBA, it was exasperated because it's a better league and whatnot. But it's clearly something he has put emphasis on. It's clearly something he has taken from, like, Jalen Brunson and Emmanuel Quickley, and I believe he played with Derrick Rose his rookie year. Derrick Rose was around. He wasn't in the rotation, Derrick Rose, anymore, but he was around. And, he clearly took lessons from those guys and put in his own insane amount of work to become like a decent ball handler. I don't mind McBride's ball handling anymore. When he is handling the ball, I'm not nervous. Excuse me. Here we go. Start of the second quarter. But he has to improve upon it to be like a point guard. You need a guy who can break down a defense and get into the paint. And that's not something that I'm sure that as a nice pass from McConnell inside the Siakam. He snuck it through. And he comes up with the steal, McConnell. Siakam straight away 3 off the steal. He can't get that one to go. McConnell, an offensive rebound, inside pass to Mathurin, and he gets the layup. Oh, my goodness. They're flying around right now. What are you doing, OKC? What are you doing? Immediately gave up a 4-point run. It's a 4-point game. Well, what a way to set the tone for TJ McConnell. Holmgren up top, swings through to his left, leans in, low fall-away jumper over Siakam. In and out, can't get it to stay. Mathurin gets it over to McConnell. Hit a head pass to Nesmith. Nesmith up top, being guarded by, who is that, J-Dub? And you back off to McConnell. McConnell on the right wing, coming to his right, attacking Wallace. Stops, turns, spins, leans in. Fall-away jumper, trying to draw the foul. Doesn't get it. Wallace with the rebound. McConnell's on the floor. It's a 5-on-4. Over to Holmgren. He takes his 2 steps, gets fouled by Nesmith. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Robin said, are you sad Tibbs is gone? No. There are aspects of Tibbs that I'll miss, but the only way I could miss Tibbs is if they really hire somebody who doesn't do a good job next year. I think that's the only way I can miss Tibbs. But it was time to go. So I wish him the best moving on. Holmgren knocks down the first free throw. David said, McCullough's going to be a good player. Got to give him a few years to develop. He's an older rookie, though. He's going to be 24 next year. So you don't have a few years to develop. You need to be able to win a rotation spot going into next year, brother. You got to go grab that rotation spot, McCullough. The guy who you should be looking at to like give a couple of years to develop is Dadier, who's 19 last year. He'll be 20. He'll turn 20 during the season next year. So Hartenstein picks up a foul trying to guard Turner. Off ball. Holmgren did knock down both free throws, by the way. It's 10:39 to go. Kinar said, Kyrie, I'm saying it's variable anywhere from Adrian Peterson recovery to severe career halting. I don't think there's any way he could be an Adrian Peterson recovery. We've seen him. He's a guy who's had knee injuries before. Adrian Peterson, like that's not something that anybody is going to be able to replicate ever again. His recovery from that was insane. That's not like a scale where it's like, oh yeah, you could be Adrian Peterson or you could be Derrick Rose. Like, no. Let's lower the Adrian Peterson one. You could be who's the guy who tore his ACL? You could be Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine tore his ACL, came back, and was still really athletic. Not as athletic, but still really athletic. One of the more athletic players in the league. But, Mathurin knocks down a mid-range pull-up jumper. Hit ahead to Wiggins. Wiggins pulls it back out to Caruso, swings it over to J-Dub. J-Dub and Holmgren got to be able to make something happen here. Inside the Holmgren, inside the Caruso. Caruso gets blocked by Siakam. Fight for the loose ball, out of bounds off of Nesmith. Lanamoto said, Game 3 winner will likely win the series. If OKC takes both on the road, they win it in 5. Well, yes, if they take both on the road, they'll win it in 5 for sure. I don't think they'll give Indiana going back home in Game 5 up 3-1 in the conference final, in the NBA Finals. I don't think they'd rest on their laurels. This is not the team that does that. David said, are you playing in the Rutgers Summer League? I am not. I have not played basketball in like 4 years. I got to get back on the court. I really do. I've just been too busy. I got no free time. J-Dub, a pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Siakam with the rebound. Here comes Siakam bringing it down. Get over to Mathurin. Mathurin loses the handle, picks it back up. Gets it over to McConnell. McConnell attacking along the left baseline, shoves it over to Nesmith, and Nesmith hits the reverse layup. A beautiful cut from Nesmith, and McConnell picks up another steal off the inbound. TJ McConnell has turned this game around. My goodness. TJ McConnell, man. They are having issues with TJ McConnell right now. I said, we'll miss Tibbs if we hire Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson will not even be interviewed, brother. That is the beauty of it. They get it into Mathurin, hangs in the air, can't get the finish. He was looking to draw the foul. Didn't get the foul, didn't get the finish. Holmgren with the rebound. Inside to Wallace. Wallace goes up, gets the layup to go over top him. David said, truthfully, we really messed up firing Tibbs? Absolutely not. They can't get out Mathurin. Mathurin in the right corner three off the initial hesitation, and he knocks it down, and now the crowd is on their feet as it is a 1-point game, 36-35. If you are Mark Daigneault, this is not the game to rest on your laurels. You go out and you take this game, you play SGA. Go put SGA back in the game. I said, yeah, I'm totally jealous of Adrian Peterson and 2 knee operations. Everybody in the world should be jealous of Adrian Peterson's ability to come back from that injury. That was insane. It literally made no sense. It made no sense. Ernest Cash, what's up, Ernest? I said, TJ, exactly the kind of player Larry Bird would say. Well, everybody's saying that now. It's not just Larry Bird. It's literally everybody. TJ McConnell is one of the most underrated players in the league, but people have come around to him. People have definitely come around to him for sure. We know him as Knicks fans as the killer from his Philly days when he first got into the league. I'm kind of happy for TJ McConnell because I really like TJ McConnell because he's so annoying, but he's really good. But I'm pretty happy for TJ McConnell playing well here tonight. He was always a guy I wish the Knicks would have been able to snag some way, but that's it. Tibbs won't be unemployed for long if he doesn't want to be. Yeah. I don't know. He's 67 years old. He talked about how coaching the Knicks was his dream job. He might be a little bit over it. I think there's a possibility that exists where he's like, you know what? I had my chance. It didn't end the way I wanted it to end, but I think I did a pretty good job overall. And I appreciate the opportunity. 67. At 67, you got $30 million coming to you over the next 3 years. I might be chilling. I might be chilling. He's made his money. He's done his work. I might be chilling. But that's me. That's me. If I were a 67-year-old man and I knew I had $30 million coming to me, I might chill. I might finally go out and find that wife somewhere. That's what I might do. I'm Tibbs. But if he doesn't want to be, like you said just as that, if he doesn't want to be, he could for sure find a job as an assistant. Teams will definitely line up to snag him as an assistant, but I don't think he wants to be an assistant. I don't think he'd ever be an assistant ever again. Once you've tasted the glory of being a head coach, and hitting the levels that he hit as a head coach in his career, I don't think he ever wants to be an assistant again. So the only option in my eyes is for him to be a head coach. And I don't know if there's a team on the rise that's looking to be a good team immediately would want to hire Tom Thibodeau. Right? Like the only teams I could see are like a Washington team or a Wizards team, maybe the Pelicans if they want to move on from Willie Green, who seems like he's done a pretty good job there. But I don't know why Tibbs would take those jobs in those smaller markets, you know. But, you know, you never know. You never know. We'll see. We'll see what he does. You know, I said white boy can play. Kind of like Grady, that guy in Toronto. He can play too. The guy I wanted for our Knicks was Caruso, but yes, TJ for sure. Yeah, everybody wanted Caruso. All 30 NBA teams, 29 NBA teams other than the Chicago Bulls wanted Caruso, right? Caruso's awesome. J-Dub, a mid-range pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Good defense from the Pacers, forcing him to settle for a mid-range jumper. McConnell, head down, driving, reverse layup, gets fouled by Aaron Wiggins. McConnell's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. You got to put like J-Dub on. You can't have Aaron Wiggins guarding him. You have to treat him as if he's Halliburton right now. Lanamoto said, who would you hire right now as Knicks for the head coaching job? Either Johnny Bryant, that's who I would want to hire. I would want the young guy who I think could be the head coach of the Knicks for the next 2 decades. You know, like I would be on the lookout for my Spoelstra, for my Kerr, and I know that's a big ask. But like, or just get those out of the way. I would be looking for my Dagnall, or my Will Hardy, or my Ime Udoka, or my Joe Mazzulla. Like I'd be looking for the next young guy to give an opportunity to come in and make a name for themselves. So I would hire Johnny Bryant. But if they're worried about that and they want experience because they're looking to compete for a championship right away, then I would go like Terry Stotts. It's the only veteran coach, as McConnell comes up with the steal off the edge, SGA pass, gets it over to Siakam. Siakam can't get the layup to go. Good defense from SGA. McConnell did knock down both of his free throws, by the way, and Indiana is taking the lead. SGA down the lane, Euro steps, takes a bump, can't knock down the floater. Good defense from Nembhard. Here comes McConnell coming the other way off the top and rebound. Home run pass inside to Siakam being guarded by Caruso. Backing him down, out to Mathurin. Mathurin in the paint, leans in. Gets the layup to go with the right hand. And Mathurin and McConnell have completely changed the tenor of this game right now, man. Get Lu Dort in there. Get him on Mathurin or McConnell. Get Aaron Wiggins out of there. I like Aaron Wiggins a lot. This is not the moment for him as he gets blocked by Mathurin. Caruso comes up with the loose ball, pulls it back out. You want as many defenders in the game right now with this building shaking the way it is. You want to stifle this Pacers offense. You're not looking for offense here. Come on, Mark Dagnall, make the adjustment, brother. You're not looking for offense right now. Get your best defenders on the court right now. Put Lu Dort back in, man. Throw Lu Dort back out there. Lanamona said, I read that one. Yeah, my young guy that I really want is Johnny Bryant, like most people do. McConnell in the lane spins. Hands it back out to Mathurin or Terry Stotts as the veteran head coach if I have to hire a veteran head coach. Hartenstein knocks it off of Mathurin as he was going baseline, so it's going back to the Thunder. Under 8 to go. 7:30 to go, to be exact. Yak said Mike Miller did a great job second half of the year with a winning record after Fizdale got fired, if I'm remembering right. Yeah. Mike Miller was great. It's a little, not sad or upsetting or anything. But it sucks that he never really got a real head coaching opportunity. But I liked Mike Miller a lot. I thought he was good. I thought he was really good. I said TJ's gone crazy. He saved the game for them. Because they were repeatedly down 8, 10. And then McConnell checked in. This game was not the same since. Joe, a.k.a. Relic. What's up, Relic? Dropping in to ask if the NBA is really still playing. Yes, they are, brother. Yes, they are. I wish they would just get these games over with. I wish we could just go from one game to the next game to the next game. They didn't have 3 days in between these games. That's crazy. People have forgotten that the NBA still has games. They forgot that the finals is on. That the finals are on. They forgot. Keenar said, if Dagnall... Is Dagnall another of these guys who can't even pronounce his own name? Should be pronounced Dane Yo. Just ask the French hockey guys with that name. Depends. You can pronounce your name however you want to pronounce your name. My name could be spelled FULYXXO, and I could tell you my name's Frank. And you can't tell me otherwise, because that's how I'm telling you how I want my name pronounced. Right? Names don't follow the traditional rules of language. Names can be spelled and pronounced however the hell you want them spelled and pronounced. Relic said, Tibbs getting $30 million not to work. Check it out. Yeah. Getting $30 million to put his feet in some sand. That's what he's getting paid for. Relic said the momentum from playoff pace to finals pace is drag. Yeah, I don't get it. It's literally every other day from the first round to the conference finals, and then you get to the NBA finals, and you have a week off between the final conference game and the first NBA finals game, and then you have like 2 days off between game 1 and game 2, and then you have like 3 days off between game 2 and game 3. Like, what is the purpose of that? Keener said, yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't know what to tell you, but if I tell you my name is Sam, and I spell it SAYLLOMPLY, you better call me Sam. Don't be disrespectful to people who tell you how to pronounce their name, brother. Names do not follow traditional language rules. Never have, never will. Don't be disrespectful to people telling them how to pronounce their own name. That's disrespectful. Just that said 9 OKC turnovers led to 9 Pacers points. Not bad. SGA has it up top being guarded by Mathurin. We're back into it. And an off-ball foul. Nembhard holding on the door. They did get Dort back in there. You had to. McConnell's on the bench. OKC can take a sigh of relief. They could take a sigh of relief with that demon going back to the bench. I said, agree, finals too many days off. If your team's not playing, it's like, hey, are these B-ballers still going? Yeah, it's crazy. Isaiah Joe, straightaway 3, got it to go off the pass from SGA. There you go. You're going to need your role guys to step back up. They started off the game strong, and they started the fade as McConnell got it going. But you're going to need your role guys to step up here. Halliburton, a pull-up right wing three off the back rim, can't get it to go. Mathurin with the long rebound, gets it out to Toppin. Toppin driving the baseline, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Halliburton, extra pass to Nembhard, a straightaway three, and he gets that one to go. Can't give him too many opportunities. Get the 3 points right back up by 3. SGA will bring it down against Nembhard. SGA dancing with it. Coming to his right, pocket pass to Joe, pump fakes, one dribble, rhythm dribble, and he knocks down another one. Back-to-back threes for Isaiah Joe. We had the Aaron Wiggins game in Game 2, and we have the Isaiah Joe game here in Game 3. Knocks down his first 2 threes, back-to-back threes for Isaiah Joe. Halliburton gets it over to Turner, back to Halliburton, driving to his right, cross-court pass. Mathurin catches, pump fakes, driving it down, gets fouled. He's going to the foul line. No, he's not. They say foul on the floor. Relic said, just drop in the show, love. Say what's up. See you soon. Appreciate you, Relic. See you soon, brother. See you soon. We'll get to some off-season content. When it's time for off-season content, we'll get to it. We'll do a live stream as well when the Knicks finally make a hire. We'll talk about it. As Mathurin draws yet another foul, he's going to the foul line now, finally, for his 2 free throws. Relic said, are you planning on doing a coaching special or update show or a post to let us know? That'd be cool. Calling that game though, right on. Yeah, we'll do it if there's big news to talk about, or likely when the Knicks finally make the hire, right? Maybe we'll do one as like a catch up where we'll go through all of the reporting and when we find out who all the candidates that they're interviewing are, maybe we'll do a mini special then, and then we'll do a final special when they finally make the hire, but we'll see. Kenrich Williams launches a straightaway 3. He can't get it to go. Mathurin knocked down the 2 free throws, by the way. Halliburton with the long rebound over to Toppin, streaking down the lane, gets it over to Mathurin, who gets the layup and the foul. And now Mathurin is just picking up what McConnell was doing and the energy he had, and he is rocketing forward, and he's been phenomenal since coming off the bench. He's knocked down a 3. He's knocked down a mid-range jumper. He's getting to the foul line now. You know, I said post Giannis party, actually. Highly doubt Giannis is traded this offseason. Highly doubt it. But we've seen crazier things. But everything sounds right now like he will be back in Milwaukee. We'll see. J-Dub bringing it down after Mathurin knocks down his and-one free throw. Get it over to SGA, being guarded by Nembhard. SGA gets fouled by Nembhard. 3 fouls on Nembhard. Just as that said, Mathurin 15 in the second. Yeah, he's picked up right where McConnell's left off. The bench has saved the Pacers tonight. Their bench has been phenomenal. Nembhard to the bench with the 3 fouls here with 5:30 to go in the second. They get it into SGA, being guarded by Shepard. SGA attacking, kicks it out to J-Dub, swings it out to Dort. Dort right through his hands, but he's able to save it out to Holmgren. Back to Dort, catches, pump fakes. Sidestep mid-range jumper again, gets blocked by Toppin. You just got to shoot that 3, Dort. Can't be shooting these one dribble mid-range pull-up jumpers. Those are terrible shots. Just shoot the contested 3. You know, I said, yeah, exactly, post Luka, anything is possible. Well, look, you can't, take the stupidity that is Nico Harrison and the Dallas Mavericks and apply that logic to the rest of the basketball world. Nobody's as dumb as Nico Harrison. Few people are as dumb as Nico Harrison in the league, and I don't think the Milwaukee Bucks have those people in charge, right? They get in the home run, quick catch and fire at the buzzer, and then gets blocked by Turner. So the shot clock violation, 5-point lead for Indiana here. Now Halliburton will bring it down. They got a 5-point lead. Here we go. They're making it a game. Halliburton shoots the floater and he gets it to go, and they're making it a game. They are making it a game, a 7-point lead. SGA bringing it down. SGA over to Holmgren, kicks it out. Caruso, wide open left corner three. He gets it to go to silence the crowd just for a bit. Halliburton bringing it down. Halliburton up top. SGA switches onto him, coming to his right off the Turner screen. A mid-range pull-up jumper from him. He can't get it to go. J-Dub with the rebound. He's shot out of a cannon. He's bringing it down. Stops, turns, spins, loses the handle, picks it back up. Stops, turns, leans in, gets caught in the air, gets it knocked out of his hands. He picks it back up. Being guarded by Halliburton. J-Dub, he's going to look to attack. Spinning, coming to his left. Stop, pump fake, draws the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. I said we still don't know if that was all Nico or ownership. Nico would never throw ownership under the bus if they directed him to do it. Yeah, if he was getting death threats and was scapegoated the way he was, he would absolutely do that. Yeah, he would do that. I would do that. Even if it cost me my job. Because go ahead, fire me. You got to pay me anyway. I have guaranteed contract. And he is never, ever going to get another NBA job. So, yeah, you would absolutely out your ownership if you were directed to do that. As a matter of fact, you would resign before that. Because he's never getting a job in the NBA ever again. I can tell you right now what likely happened is he didn't like Luka, and he wanted him traded because he didn't want to deal with him anymore. And so he went to ownership, which is a brand new ownership, and they said, hey, I want to trade Luka. And they were like, okay, I guess, because they're not smart people either. They don't know basketball. So that's likely what happened. Halliburton has it up top. J-Dub knocked down or split the free throws. Shepherd, down the lane, knocks down a tough floater over Hartenstein. My goodness. Pacers are making some of these are really tough layups at the rim, and Pacers are knocking them down. J-Dub, a quick crossover, goes to the basket. He gets the layup and the foul. Talk about a tough layup. My goodness, they're exchanging tough layup for tough layup right now. Gave 2 points to the wrong side. 48-51 with J-Dub going back to the line for one more. Lana Mona said Knicks should run it back, just get a solid bench and play them. The Knicks had a solid bench. They didn't have a great bench, but they had a solid bench. The issue was the coach just did not play him. J-Dub does knock down his free throw. So just get a coach, nail the coaching hire, improve the roster in ways that you can improve them, and go from there. Halliburton crosses over to his left, down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Shepherd gets space. He's open. Can't get the three to go, though. SGA with the rebound on the weak side, bringing it down. Coming to his right, blows by the defense all the way to the rim. High layup, gets it to go over Turner. Talk about another tough finish, man. This is high-level basketball right here. Tied at 51. Yeah, except we lost to a really good Pacers team. As we are watching, still should have went 7 at home. We didn't lose game 1. If, man, a lot of ifs. Did not work out that way. You just got to move on. That's my mentality. A lot of ifs, man. You just got to move on. Keenan Hart said J-Dub needs to be involved more. He does need to be involved more, but he needs to play well. You know, they've tried to involve him in this series, and it just has not gone great for him. We know he's capable of it, but that's the issue of a young team. That is the problems of being a young, inexperienced team. You just don't have a lot to fall back on, a lot to rely on. You don't have any experience for it. I said too many ifs, and Tibbs got fired, at least in part because of Game 1 and Game 6. Yeah, I mean, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts with, like, Begley and reading a lot of stuff from the beat reporters. And look, man, Tibbs has been on thin ice for a really long time, like years, like seasons, like 2 or 3 years now. He's been on thin ice, and his performance this year was just kind of the nail in the coffin. Those player reviews after the season were just, as McConnell comes back in but misses a mid-range jumper. That was the killer. When you have players saying, "I don't want to play for this guy anymore," it's done. It's over. You can't have players not wanting to play for you. That is literally a death nail in the NBA. The Pacers quickly pushed the pace on a made shot, and they got a layup the other way. SGA had a layup on the other way, and then the Pacers come down and they get a layup back. SGA up top, being guarded by Shepherd, coming to his left, stopping, turning, leaves it off. Hartenstein, cut to the basket at just the right time, and he gets an easy dunk out of it. Siakam has it up top, dancing with it, crosses over to his right, pulls it back out, has it on the right wing. Now looking to dance, stop between the legs, now coming to his left, kicks it out, Halliburton, now attacking to his right, in the lane, puts up another floater, another basket for Tyrese Halliburton. That floater is automatic, man. If he gets to that spot, he is too big, too long. He's going to knock down that floater, man. He's got too much space. Cason Wallace bringing it down now. Get it over to SGA. Coming to his left, being guarded by Shepherd, putting his head down, attacking, stop, fall away mid-range jumper, comes up short, and suddenly those mid-range jumpers are not so automatic for SGA right now. Halliburton coming to his right off the screen, pass fake, now puts up the straightaway three, splashes it. And he's got something to say to Cason Wallace. Oh, snap, back up by 3. For the Indiana Pacers, 58-55, 12 points for Tyrese Halliburton. He's starting to get it going. J-Dub has it up top, attacking to his left against Nesmith. Putting his head down, attacking, draws the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. And now Nesmith has 3 fouls and Nembhard has 3 fouls. Where were these foul calls when the Knicks were playing them? Kennard said too many ifs and Tibbs got fired. Oh, I read that already. Kennard said, not going to lie, the Pacers are just playing ridiculous basketball. They are in-tuned and locked in. Look, they are doing the thing that the Knicks said that they needed to do. They are playing their best basketball of the season towards the end. Right? I don't know if I made it on stream or maybe if I made it in conversation with somebody else, but I said the Pacers are the new Miami Heat. They're going to be up and down, a little shaky during the regular season. They're going to be good, obviously really good. As J-Dub splits the free throws, Holmgren fighting for the loose ball, out of bounds off of Holmgren. But when playoff time comes, they're going to step their game up. It's got to be expected now. Siakam goes to the rim and tries to get a poster. Then he gets a foul, and he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Hart said good things happen when J-Dub percolating. Yeah. I mean, he's a young guy. He's still finding his way. That's the hope for the Thunder, is that he's their second guy. Either him or Holmgren. But the hope is that he's one of those two takes the leap as to being like, oh, they're perennial all-stars. One of them, at least, if not both of them, are now a perennial all-star and now is the legit sidekick to SGA. Because right now it's SGA, and then you're hoping for one of those guys and some of the role players to step up. That's what you're hoping for. SGA bringing it down. Shepherd's going to pick him up. Has him up top. A little over a minute to go. OKC down by 4. Siakam knocked down both free throws. SGA dancing with it against Shepherd. Hits Caruso, comes to the rim, leaves it off. J-Dub goes up, reverse layup, can't get it to go, and a foul. And Siakam is going to the foul line for 2 free throws. A little small touch fouls here. Not going to lie. On both sides. No, that's a foul. That's a foul on Siakam. It's a foul on Siakam. Yeah, it's a foul. if that was like Karl Anthony Towns, they're not calling it. But it is a foul. So J-Dub's at the foul line. He knocks down the first one. Got another one coming. So J-Dub knocked down both free throws. Under a minute to go before halftime. 60-58. McConnell on the right wing, being guarded by Wallace, going along the baseline. And they call the foul on Wallace. Kennard said Siakam's limping off. Not good. That is not good. And they're in the bonus, so McConnell's at the foul line of 2 free throws. If I'm Mark Daigneault there, that's one I would consider challenging. It's definitely a foul, McConnell. I would challenge it just to send a message to the refs. Like, you look at this. When this guy goes baseline, he's going to hook the defensive player. I said TJ is such a pest. Yes, he is. And I had my timer ticking the whole time. But we have 50 seconds to go here in the second quarter. McConnell knocked down the first one. He knocks down both. SGA will bring it down. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Ben Sheppard. Sheppard's done, I think, the best job between as SGA gets all the way to the rim. Just as I say that, blows right past him, and he gets a layup to go. But I think Sheppard's actually been the best defender on SGA tonight. As McConnell runs right through the chest of... As SGA comes up with a block! But he can't save it inside, so it's going to stay with the Pacers. I think Sheppard's been the best defender between him, Nesmith, and Nembhard. Justice Debt said 40 in the second quarter is a strong home court performance. Yeah, it is. The thing about that is, like, against most other teams, that leads to like a 10, 15-point lead. Against the Thunder, you're tied at halftime, But I do think in a high-scoring game like this, it benefits the Pacers more than it benefits the Thunder, who want to be a defensive team and want to slow and grind the game down. But 10 seconds to go. Both game clock and shot clock are essentially the same. McConnell dancing with it, mid-range fall-away jumper, and he got it to go because that's TJ McConnell's go-to shot, man. 6 seconds to go. They got enough time, but you got to rush it. And with this Pacers full-court defense, not going to get off a good enough shot. He gets it off just at the buzzer, and he can't get the shot to go from SGA. And that will be the end of the first half of Game 3 in the NBA Finals, where the Indiana Pacers take a 4-point lead over the Thunder into halftime. After being down, I believe by as many as 10, definitely 8 or 9. 9 is the largest lead I definitely remember, but I think they went down by at least 10. But not sure. Justice Debt said, probably have to do this whole game, Chef. This one's going down to the wire. Yeah, there's other things that I would like to do. It looks like I'm not going to be able to get to it tonight. It's all right. But it's all right. Got other things to do. Good basketball is good basketball. I'm not going to complain about getting some good basketball. Just Dead said first half lead for Indy. Yeah. I mean, they led game 1 for a total of 0.3 seconds. The last 0.3 seconds of the game when Haliburton hit that shot. I don't think they led in game 2, and if they did, it was not a long amount of time at all. They were down 10 to 15 points majority of that game. And tonight, it looked like OKC was going to get them, but they had a phenomenal second quarter. We'll see if they'll be able to continue that for the next half. They got three. They got the third and the fourth coming up. But here we go. Here we go. It's a game. It's a game. Indiana, a 4-point lead at halftime. Pinar said, TJ, 4 points, 6 points, 4 assists. How many steals? At least 3. It feels like 10. It feels like 10. We can pull up the box score. Knicks will be 26 channels. What's popping, my guy? Does that said SGA with 12, 3, and 4. Let's bring it up. Bring it up. Look at it together. We can look at it together. Holmgren, 15 points, 7 for 8 from the foul line. He's getting to the foul line. 15 points from him. He's the leading scorer, but he did not score much in the second quarter. Most of his damage came in that first. J-Dub. Wow, they had scored them by 12. 40-28 in the second quarter, and it's a 4-point lead. That equates to a 4-point lead. You outscored them by 12. 40-28. They're capable of it for sure, but I don't know if that's going to be replicatable in the second half here. We'll see. This is why you play the games, man. This is why you play the games. SGA with 12 points on 12 shot attempts. 5 for 12 from the field for SGA. Suddenly, those mid-range jumpers are not as automatic as they once were. He's 0 for 1 from 3. He's only taking the 1 shot. Only gotten to the foul line twice, or once, for 2 free throws. 12, 4, and 3 for SGA. Lu Dort, 9 points. All of them 3-point range. 3 for 3 from 3-point range. 3 for 6 from the field. 0 for 3 from 2-point range. Just shoot them threes, Lu Dort. Just shoot them threes. Cason Wallace, 1 for 2 from the field. 2 boards, an assist, a steal, a block, 2 turnovers. Kind of been all over the place. Second year guard. I don't even know. Big man Jay Will got in the game. Who knew? Did I go over J-Dub? J-Dub, I did not. He's also gone to the foul line. They're getting to the foul line a lot. Taking 17 free throws in that first half. He's got 11. I mean, the big three, scoring, 12, 11, and 15. 9 for Lu Dort. Outside of that, not getting much else. Isaiah Joe hit 2 threes. Arnstein not giving them damn near nothing. $30 million for 2 points and a rebound. $30 million for 2 points and a rebound. Cool. The Pacers, they're the team with the lead. How did they do it? What are they doing to get the lead? Pascal Siakam, 13 points. He's doing Pascal Siakam things out there, both offensively and defensively. Had a nice big block in that second quarter to continue their run. Neesmith not doing a whole lot. He's got 2 points. He's got the 3 fouls. Only played 10 minutes tonight. Nembhard, he hit a 3. Also got to the foul line. He's got 4 points and assist. Also 3 turnovers and 3 fouls. So it might be better to have Andrew Nembhard out there than not. Halliburton with 12 points and 7 assists. This is a Tyrese Halliburton type of game right here. This is the type of game to be expected from Tyrese Halliburton. And then off the bench, Benedict Mathurin with 14. 5 for 6 from the field. Hit a 3. 2 rebounds. A block. You look at TJ McConnell, he's got 3 steals, 4 assists, 6 points, 1 for 3 from the field. Majority of his points coming from the foul line. The first shot he made was that mid-range jumper right before halftime. And he was dominating that second quarter. And he made 1 shot at the end of the second quarter. He made 1 shot at the end of the second quarter, and he dominated that second quarter. That was an impressive performance from TJ McConnell. Thomas Bryant got in there for a couple of seconds, did a whole lot of nothing. Obi Toppin, 6 points, 3 for 5 from the field. Missed his 2 threes, but he's been active. He's been very active. And I think Ben Shepherd's been the best defender against Shea tonight. Between him, Nembhard, and Nesmith, I think Ben Shepherd's done the best job. Justice Dead said Siakam a Hall of Famer? He will likely end up in the Hall of Fame. He'll likely end up in the Hall of Fame. Justice Dead said Judge has 25 homers so far this year. I mean, that's just Aaron Judge, brother. I mean, that's just normal, dog. That's just what Aaron Judge does. McConnell's a plus 13. And Lu Dort's a plus 9. What are these plus minuses telling us? Obi Toppin's a plus 13. What are they telling us, Justice's dad? A whole lot of nothing. What are they telling us? What are these plus minuses telling us? They're telling us nothing. But this is a very high scoring game. 64-60 at halftime. That's on pace for both teams to score over 120. That is a bad sign for the Thunder. The Thunder are a defensive first team. They want to hold you down. They want to suffocate you. They want to force you into turnovers. Speaking of turnovers, the Pacers only have 7 turnovers, which is not good for OKC's defense. Who's turned it over? Nembhard has 3 turnovers. Halliburton has 2. And then McConnell and Mathurin have 1. And the Thunder actually have 9 more turnovers. What about the shot attempt? 20-42 for the Thunder. 24-43 on the Pacers. They've taken 1 more shot. They're 5 for 13 from 3. Thunder have hit 6 threes. Thunder getting to the foul line slightly more. 14 for 17 to the Pacers, 11 to 13. Rebounding battle. 16 rebounds for the Pacers. 21 rebounds for the Thunder. That is not a good sign for Indiana. Losing the rebounding battle is how they ended up losing game 2. They got dominated in the rebounds. Hartenstein played 10 minutes in that first half. Chet Holmgren played 16. Isaiah Hartenstein didn't do a whole lot of anything. The hate watch continues. The hate watch will never end. Hate watch will never end. As long as the Thunder can win, but Hartenstein plays horribly, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. But I need Hartenstein to play horribly. That's what I need. That's what I need. I need it. From the bottom of my soul, I need it. Six to nothing. I'm a very, very casual baseball fan. But Bobby Wood Jr. averaging 288 is makes me happy with how much conversation there is between him and Judge, as Judge is averaging 395. That's fun. That is fun. And he had a homer, like you said. Look at Big Dog. Look at Big Dog over here. Look at my guy. They haven't updated this yet. Look at my guy, man. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. They played 65 games already? God, baseball just flies by. Baseball's insane. Baseball's insane. I don't even want to look at that anymore. Baseball's insane. When's this next game? By the way. Friday? All right, cool. We got 1 day off. And then got 2 days off. Monday. And then we have 2 days off to Thursday. Is that the last one? No. Last one would be Sunday. A possible game 7 would be on Sunday, June 22nd. If this goes a full 7 games, they would play 4 games over the course of 11 days. That just feels wrong. That just feels wrong. Give me 2 days of rest in between the travel games. Give me 1 day of rest in between the home games. Why is it so difficult to move this along, man? When is the draft? Isn't it like the 25th or something? It's got to be the 26th. Draft's on Thursdays. NBA draft is on Thursdays. Unless they changed it. Also, we could look up mock drafts on Wednesday. Yeah, because they separated into 2 days now. We could look at not 4 mock drafts. So just quickly, I like no ceilings. Ceilings are cool. Ringer, we can look at the Ringer one too. We're gonna scroll all the way down because we know the top guys, right? We know the top guys, right, guys? We know them. We know them. We look at the no ceiling guys. Let's look at the 55th guy because I believe the Knicks have the 50th pick. The 50th pick. Who are they projecting the Knicks taking? Eric Dixon. He's a forward center from, guess this? Yes! Villanova. He's a 6'9", 24-year-old senior. He averaged 23 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.3 blocks. I don't know. I don't know about that. Vertify said, Jung Lee said that Tibbs should coach a college team and get a young one like Belichick did. I don't think he is half as cool as the great Bill. He also has chick in his name, so. Anybody in this range whose name I know off rip? No, Alex Tui. I don't think the Knicks will take Alex Tui. Johnny Broom. No Johnny Broom. I presume the Knicks will trade up in the second round because it's very easy to trade up in the second round. So let's go to the top of the second round. Pick number 31. I don't know Markovic. Know nothing about Markovic. Will Riley? Sure. I know the name. 6'9" wing. A freshman. Another project. Knicks take a swing on another project in the second round. Drake Powell. Another freshman from North Carolina. North Carolina guys don't typically do well in the league. Cam Jones. Cam Jones is a name that's flown around a bunch. Kobe Bryant. I know Kobe Bryant. From Kentucky, 6'7", senior, 22, not bad. 24-year-old senior is kind of crazy. 22-year-old senior is normal. Hanson Yang. Hanson Yang. From Qingdao. 7'2". Next Yao Ming. Tyrese Proctor's falling all the way to the second round. I would not take Tyrese Proctor. I'm not a fan. RJ Lewis, did he stay in the draft? I thought he transferred. I thought he was going to transfer. 22 already? Never mind. Never mind. He's listed at 6'7"? RJ Lewis is bigger than I thought. My goodness. Second round is crazy, so we'll check out other ones as well, but we are just trying to get to the end of this game, y'all. Here we go. Start of the third quarter. If they could ever start it after all these ad breaks. Here we go. A little mini full court pressure here from Lu Dort. Just going to face guard Tyrese Halliburton all the way down the court. Halliburton bringing it down, being guarded by Dort. LeBron has it up top. Coming to his right off the Siakam screen. Halliburton dancing with it as J-Dub switches onto him, gets it out to Nesmith. He's attacking to the basket, gets blocked by SGA. SGA's got like 3 or 4 blocks tonight. Over to J-Dub, back to SGA. SGA back to J-Dub. Driving it down to the basket. Skublet with the right hand. Got it to go past Turner. That's one way to start the second half there. Here comes Nesmith. Nesmith up top. Gets it over to Siakam. Siakam coming to his right. Driving it down against J-Dub. Kicks it out in the corner. Turner, a right corner 3. Comes up short. J-Dub with the rebound. J-Dub spinning to his right, putting his head down, attacking. Foul line pull-up jumper. Rattles it in over Nesmith. Just bully balled his way to his spot and got it to go. And J-Dub he's getting active to start. Scored the first 2 baskets to start the second half. Now he's guarding Halliburton on a switch. Now over to Nembhard, attacking Wallace off the bounce. Euro steps, gets it over to Siakam. Siakam can't get the floater to go. He's looking for a foul call. He's not getting it. Holmgren with his 6th rebound. Here comes SGA bringing it down. Coming to his left off the Holmgren screen. Step back, fall away mid-range jumper over Nesmith. Got it to go. And a quick timeout from Carlisle and the Pacers with 10:30 to go. Hattie, what's up, Hattie? Boo Pacers, yes sir. Doesn't that said Pacers didn't do layup lines? Yeah, they need Mikal Bridges on the coaching staff to get him to go do layup lines, man. Just that's at SGA's 3rd block. It feels like he's got 100 blocks tonight. It feels like he's got at least 4, but it's definitely they probably only cleared him with like 3. We just looked at the box score, but let me bring it back up. 10:30 to go. Perfect. Got the timer right. I stopped the timer. Yep. Right where I needed to. Right where I needed to. SGA is sitting with 3 blocks. Also has 3 turnovers. J-Dub with 2 turnovers. And Wallace with 2 turnovers. J-Dub coming out firing the way he's firing is what you want to see. He's up to 15 points now. Tied their leading scorer with Holmgren. See, this is why I like standing up. I like standing up, man. My legs are starting to not feel great. This is why we gotta stand it up sometimes. Right? This is why we got the setup that we have. This is why we got the camera set up the way that we got it. Sometimes we want to just stand it up, stretch the legs out, get the blood flowing a little bit. Thunder got 4 blocks. The Pacers have 6 blocks. Jeez. Let's see how the Pacers respond then to this timeout. Quick timeout. A Tom Thibodeau-esque timeout. A minute and a half into the second half. Do you insert TJ McConnell into the game? Are you like, oh no, we need our dynamo back out there? Man, these ESPN ABC commercials, man. Every time I think the game's about to come back on, let me lock back in. Boom, we go right into another commercial. Like, geez, man, geez. You do that. Hattie said, I heard this is a low interest finals. Ratings are down. Yes, these are the lowest ratings since the 90s. So almost 30 years. About 30 years. Not almost. About 30 years since the ratings have never been lower. I believe it was the first finals when Jordan retired. All right, let's lock back in, y'all. Let's lock back in. Ugh. Haliburton bringing it down against Dort. Here we go. Get it over to Nembhard. Nembhard coming to his right of a screen. Back to Haliburton. Haliburton coming to his right. Holmgren switches onto him. Pocket pass to Turner. Foul line jumper comes up well short. Turner's been well short on pretty much all of his shots here in this series. J-Dub has it up top, and they're going to continue to play through J-Dub. He's going to put his head down, attack, knocks down a floater over Nesmith, and Nesmith has no chance against J-Dub right now. He's got it going. Get it over to Turner. Now they get it over to Nembhard. Nembhard off the handoff, coming to his left off the Turner screen. Gets it over to Turner. He goes up, tries to dunk it over Holmgren. He can't get it to go. Loose ball. Wallace picks it up. Now here comes SGA bringing it down the other way. He's got space. He's got room to operate. Step back three on the left wing. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound back out to SGA. Spins. Surrounded by Pacers. Kicks it out to Holmgren. He can't get the three to go. It would have been a big shot. Get it over to Siakam. Siakam's going to attack. Over to Turner. Turner goes up, gets blocked by SGA, but they call a foul. I believe it's going to be on SGA. So Turner's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Jose NYC. What's up, Jose? Yeah, it's a foul on SGA. Grab the arms of Turner. Justice Dad said, Dort's been all over Haliburton. Pacers miss dunks. Yeah, Dort's done a phenomenal job. He's picking up Haliburton full court right now. So Turner's at the foul line for 2 free throws. He knocked down the first one. Knocks down the second one. Now SGA will bring it down. SGA on the right wing being guarded by Nembhard. They show a double team, and they tie him up with Miles Turner. What are you doing, SGA? What are you doing, brother? Spun right into the double team. Good defense from Turner and the Pacers. A lot of pushing and shoving here as they're lining up for the jump ball here at the foul line. As always. As always. They're going to have to watch out for Nembhard here, who loves to jump these jump balls and steal it. Whether Turner wins it here or not, Nembhard's going to look to steal this jump ball. Turner wins the tip. Nembhard able to save it from going out of bounds. Shot Collins. What's up, Shot Collins? Here comes Haliburton bringing it down. Wallace switches onto him. Coming to his right off the Turner screen. Takes it up top to Nembhard. Nembhard being guarded by Dort. Nembhard gets it over to Siakam being guarded by J-Dub. Jab steps. Swing through to his left. Spins to his right. In the lane. Kicks it out. Nesmith. Quick catch and fire to the right corner. Gets it to go. Big shot for Nesmith as the Pacers. Oh no, his foot was on the line. Call it a 2. Tied at 68. J-Dub. Cross-court pass to Wallace. A left corner 3 for Wallace over Haliburton. Airballs it. Here comes Nembhard pushing the other way. Nembhard up top. Gets it over to Siakam. Siakam hands it off to Haliburton. Haliburton being guarded by Wallace. Coming to his left off a high Turner screen. Pocket pass to Turner on the pick and pop. A straightaway 3. Can't get that one to go. Nesmith able to knock the long rebound out to Siakam, though. Up top to Haliburton. Haliburton coming to his left, driving it down. He's got space all the way to the basket, leans in. A lot of contact, no foul call, but he got the layup to go anyway. A tough finish for Tyrese Haliburton. Here comes Cason Wallace bringing it down the other way. Wallace up top, coming to his right off the Holmgren screen. Down the lane, flips it up at the rim. Gets it to go down. I thought maybe looking for a foul call, but he got it to go in. Jerry Rice, what's up, Jerry? Indy in 6? We'll see, man. They're in it. Can go either way at this point. Tied at 1-1. Indy's got 2 home games. Turner, a foul line jumper. He finally gets a jump shot to go down. J-Dub bringing it down. They get it over to SGA. SGA coming to his left. They show 2. Tries to get it over to Holmgren. Haliburton jumped the passing lane. He's all by himself. He's going to go up with a 2-handed slam. Haliburton's been fantastic defensively tonight. He's been all over the place. Normally a guy that you pick on defensively. He's been fantastic defensively here in this series. SGA dancing with it up top against Nembhard. Step back left wing 3. He's got space, and he knocks that one down. He's been struggling from three-point range in this series. Has not found the range. Has not found the consistency from that spot. Got that one to go down. Siakam attacking to his right. Draws a foul. Going to the foul line for 2 free throws as he could have knocked down the floater. Under 7 to go. 1-point game. Pacers leading by 1. Siakam to the foul line for 2 free throws. Charlie B. Cruz. What's up, Charlie? Charlie said now the Knicks are having a problem finding a new head coach. Some got early denials. Brother, they're having 0 issue finding a head coach. This is called the process, my man. This is what you do when you are searching for candidates for a job. I don't know if you've ever been in the position to interview candidates for a job, Charlie, but you don't just interview like 1 or 2 people and then go, yeah, I'll hire that guy. You literally interview every possible candidate that you think is qualified for the job. The Knicks hit up some of the best coaches in the league who obviously are employed by other teams, and they were like, hey, can we interview them? And the team said no. It's all part of the process, brother. They're having 0 issues finding a head coach. They likely have a list of the top 1 or 2 guy that they want, and they'll go through the process of interviewing the guys they want to interview, and then they'll make their announcement of who they likely, probably already have in mind as who they want as the head coach. Siakam knocked down 2. Caruso's back in. He's bringing it down. Has it up top being guarded by Siakam. They get it over to SGA, being guarded by Nembhard. SGA coming to his right. Gets it over to Holmgren. Swings it out. Dort. Pump fake. Sidestep. Left wing 3. High arcing 3 over Siakam. And he got it to go. And Lou Dort's now 4 for 4 from 3-point range. Tying it up at 76. Haliburton gets it over to Nembhard. Nembhard coming to his left off the Turner screen. Steps back. Being guarded by Holmgren. He picks his dribble up. Now they get it over to Siakam. J-Dub steps out to guard him. Siakam on the left wing. Catches. Pump fake. Swings through to his right. Has him in the post. Backing him down. Kicks it out. Haliburton. Right wing 3 off the catch and shoot. Not normally shooting it off the catch and shoot. And he can't get it to go as he comes up just short. Fight for the rebound. SGA has it. He's bringing it down now. SGA up top. Dancing with it. Coming to his right off the go screen. Leans in. Doesn't draw the fouls. He lost the handle on it. Kicks it out to Caruso. All the way in the left corner. They close out on him hard. Now gets it back up to J-Dub. Attacking to his left against Siakam. Mid-range fall-away jumper. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Nembhard snatches a big, strong rebound over Holmgren. Here comes Mathurin bringing it down. Has it up top being guarded by Caruso. Up top to Haliburton. He's going to look to dance. Coming to his right. Step back 3 over Holmgren. He's got space and he's got the bucket. 79-76 as Indiana takes the 3-point lead. Haliburton is now 8 for 12 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3-point range, 19 points, 8 assists for Tyrese Haliburton here tonight. He's having a very, very good game, as well as playing some fantastic defense. He's been locked in. 25-26 champ said Leon knows what he's doing. He absolutely does, brother. He absolutely does. Justice's dad said dummies were talking about pegging Tibbs to come back with those denials. No, man. They're very comfortable with their decision to move on from Tom Thibodeau. It was not made. It was not a spur of the moment decision. It was a decision that they had long talks, long conversations about over the course of a very long time, and those exit interviews with the players seemed to be the final nail in the coffin of Tom Thibodeau, where it was like, okay, got to get him out of here. Players do not want to play for Tom Thibodeau. Players on the Knicks team do not want to play with Tom Thibodeau. Like, it's another thing if a player on another team kind of says that in an interview or something like, I don't know if I want to play for Tibbs. But it is something else when you're in an interview with your own players and they go, I don't know if I want to play for this coach anymore. That is something else. That is an issue. That is a huge issue. And the Knicks found a solution to the interview. Well, he will no longer be the head coach of the team, so you don't have to worry about that. Justice is that said uglier jumper, Halliburton or Lonzo? Halliburton. Lonzo doesn't have an ugly jumper anymore. Fixed it. Charlie V. Cruz said, I'm worried about Brunson. He is vocal on liking Tibbs. So what? Literally 0% concerned about it. He's also very vocal about liking Leon Rose, who's literally his godfather, brother. Literally 0% concerned about it. 25-26 Jam said, are any Knicks fans rooting for the Pacers to win this series? I highly doubt it. Not only did they... The only rationale you could have is that you would want the team that eliminated you to win the championship, so you could be like, hey, look, man, we lost to the champs. But I never liked that. I never subscribed to that rationale. I think that's a loser's rationale. Like, if you beat me, I want your life to be miserable. I want you to suck. Right? I don't care. Don't care. But you know. Judge's dad said, I don't want Hartenstein to get a ring, so I guess I'm rooting for the Pacers. I don't know. I'd rather Hartenstein get a ring than Halliburton. Easy. Also, the fact that Hartenstein's been bad in this series. Hartenstein has been very... I thought he had a good game one, but they lost that one. And then... I thought he had a pretty, non-impactful game two. And he's been pretty bad tonight. So. Here we go. J-Dub bringing it down. We're back into it. Being guarded by Mathurin. Full court. Gets it over to Caruso. Now over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein has it up top. Coming to his left. It's J-Dub cutting back door, and he blows a two-handed dunk. Halliburton picks it up. He's pushing the other way. Halliburton inside pass to Toppin. Toppin knocks the ball over to Thomas Bryant. Halliburton gets caught in the air and throws it away. Here comes Caruso bringing it down the other way. Caruso coming to his right. Shoves it over to J-Dub. J-Dub in the paint. Kicks it back out. Caruso wide open right wing three. He splashes it, nothing but net. Gets the 3 points right back, tied at 79 yet again. Halliburton has it up top, being guarded by Dort. Dancing with it. Get it over. Tries to get it over to Nembhard, and Caruso knocks it out of bounds. Almost another turnover for Halliburton, who's now sitting with 3. Mathurin has it up top. Coming to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper over Hartenstein. That's it right in his face. Got to get a hand up, Hartenstein. What are you doing, brother? What are you doing? Who's that? J-Dub has it on the right wing. Dancing with it against Thomas Bryant. Step back, mid-range pull-up jumper. Too long, can't get it to go. Bounces on the rim a couple of times, but he can't get it to go. Nembhard with the rebound. Here comes Halliburton. Back to Nembhard. Putting his head down. Attacking. Step back 3. No, pump fakes. Gets it over to Halliburton, and they try to get it inside to Thomas Bryant, who gets fouled by J-Dub. Justice's dad said Caruso or Hart? Caruso. 9 times out of 10, Caruso. You know what? Caruso every time. 10 times out of 10, Caruso, unfortunately. Halliburton gets it into Thomas Bryant. Gets it back to Halliburton. Has it up top, dancing with it. Now that he's in a rhythm, now that he's feeling himself, he's going to be a tough cover. Mathurin against Caruso, gets it back out to Halliburton, driving it down in the lane, scoops it out, topping a three, off the pass, comes up short, Harnstein with the rebound, here comes Caruso. 81-79, Harnstein up top, hands it off to SGA. SGA is going to dance with it against Nembhard, coming to his left, pump fake, leans in, takes it out to Caruso, trying to get it back to SGA, they do get it to him. SGA backing down Nembhard. Stops, turns, fall away, left baseline, comes up well short, topping with the rebound. A terrible shot from SGA, can make it. That's not the shot you want right now, brother. Over to Mathurin, and Mathurin steps out of bounds off a bad pass from Obi Toppin. That's what I knew you were going to say, 10 out of 10 Caruso. It was initially 9 out of 10, and then I gave it some thought, and I was like, no, it's 10 out of 10. Dort has it up top, being guarded by Halliburton. They get it over to Harnstein. Trying to get it to SGA. He's not open, so he hands it off to Caruso. Caruso coming to his left, driving it down, putting his head down. Lefty layup. Can't get the layup to stay. Got the double big lineup out right now. Home run past the Toppin. Toppin's going to go, but the lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Good chase down from Chet Holmgren. As he hits the floor, he flops to the floor looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Harnstein hands it off to SGA. Now over to Harnstein. Harnstein kicks it out to Holmgren. Holmgren's going to set his feet and fire. He can't get the three to go. A long rebound. Dort able to chase it down. Up top to SGA. SGA coming to his left off a Harnstein screen. SGA being guarded by Thomas Bryant on a switch. Driving it down. Gets fouled by Thomas Bryant as he just grabs his arm and pulls him down. A little bit of a dangerous play, man. A little bit of a dangerous play. Just that's a J. Will or McHale? Talking about J-Dub or J. Will? J. Will's the backup big man. If we're talking about J-Dub, it's J-Dub. '26 Champs says, does Halliburton leapfrog Reggie Miller and PG-13 is the greatest pacer ever if they win it all? He's already a better pacer than PG-13, brother. He's already a better pacer than Paul George. SGA knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. And yeah, he'd be a better pacer than Reggie Miller. Mo Peace, what's up, Mo? Mathurin bringing it down. SGA knocked down both free throws. Mathurin has it up top, being guarded by Caruso. Coming to his right off a Turner screen. A pull-up three from Mathurin. He's been feeling it all night. He can't get that one to go. Caruso comes flying in for the rebound. And SGA will bring it down against Shepherd. Had a very good defensive game today. SGA has it up top. 2:30 to go. SGA's dancing with it. Coming to his right. Leaves it off for Harnstein. Harnstein back to SGA. SGA doing a lot of ball handling here. Driving to his left. Lean in. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Gets that one to go. And OKC back up by 2. That's a J. Will Cat. Come on, man. The guy who's been a perennial all-star and has been a perennial all-NBA performer. That guy. I'll take that guy. Harnstein comes up with a goaltending call on Siakam. So back tied at 83. OKC will bring it down. I'll tell you what, man. This game has the feeling of it going to the Pacers. I'll tell you that. This feels like a Pacers win to me so far. With how much it feels like OKC's struggling to find consistent offense. They get it over to Harnstein. Harnstein over to Holmgren. Holmgren jab step, driving it in against Siakam. Dives for it. It's a loose ball. Still diving for it. Siakam able to recover it. Now here come the Pacers off the turnover. Get it over to Halliburton, being guarded by Caruso. They get it over to Siakam. Siakam has it up top. Being guarded by Harnstein. Quick crossover to his left. Gets it over to Shepherd. Shepherd up top to Halliburton. Halliburton, step back three over Caruso. Comes up short. Long rebound. Dort diving for it, but he can't save it as Shepherd's able to save it. They get it over to Turner. Catches pump fakes. Now he gets it back to Halliburton. He's going to set up the offense with 10 seconds to go in the shot clock. He's going to dance with it as Lou Dort switches on to him. He's calling for a screen. Coming to his right. Over to Siakam on a screen from Turner. Wide open three. Can't get it to go, though. Great play from the Pacers there. Little improvisation, but it worked out for them fantastically. Siakam just couldn't knock down the open three. Now SGA up top off the handoff from Hartenstein, driving to his left. Takes the bump, flips it up at the rim, doesn't get it to go. Looking for the foul call, flopping all over the place. Mathurin shot out of a cannon and gets fouled by Caruso. Going to the foul line for 2 free throws. You can't be diving to the floor looking for a foul call, SGA. You just got to look to get the bucket, man. Just as dead with the J. Will stats, it does not matter, brother. We got 2 eyes. We got 2 eyes. Mathurin's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Mathurin knocks down the first one. Halliburton to the bench. McConnell was in. Normally, it would be like, ooh, man, Halliburton to the bench. But McConnell was in. McConnell was a demon in that second quarter. We'll see what kind of impact he has here. Surprising it took this long to bring him back into the game, though. Mathurin knocked down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Mathurin misses the second free throw, though. Missed free throws. Cason Wallace bringing it down. SGA also to the bench. So Wallace has it up top. Final 40 seconds of the quarter. Gets it over to J-Dub. J-Dub being guarded by Mathurin. Coming to his left. Gets it over to Holmgren. Comes to the rim, and he gets a 2-handed slam and fouled by McConnell. See, that's a bad foul from McConnell. Just give him the 2-handed slam, man. Great pass from J-Dub, by the way. I thought SGA, it's a good substitution by Dagnall. I thought SGA was getting a little too, I'm getting my shot here. Getting a little too much into that mode. Just as Dad said, it's close as all. I don't think it's very close at all. Let's have J-Dub make an all-star team the next 2 years, and I'll consider it. Or let's see how he improves going into next year. The defense is there, though, from J-Dub. But the consistency is not, especially in these big games. But he's young. Depends on where you're going with your team. Holmgren knocks down the free throw. His and one free throw. McConnell bringing it down. About a 10-second difference between game clock and shot clock, so OKC should end up with another possession. McConnell has it up top, being guarded by Wallace. Coming to is right off the screen. Wiggins switches onto him. McConnell in the paint. All-the-way jumper over him. He got to his spot, but he couldn't get the shot to go. Caruso saves it over to J-Dub. He's got 10 seconds to work with here. More than enough time to generate a decent look. J-Dub up top. Shot clock winding down. Crosses over. You know he wants that pull-up 3, and he gets it to go. J-Dub with a big shot puts them up by 5. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter, and they take a 5-point lead into the fourth quarter. Okay. If you're OKC, you got to feel good about that. That's a strong end. That's a strong end to the third quarter. I think you got to lean on J-Dub here. He's got the touch here in the second half. He came out on fire, ready to go. Clearly a bit of the game plan was to play through him a little bit more. Just as Dad said, Cat was seen as soft, so an East move was smart for him. I don't know. The West has always been seen as the softer conference. The East has always been seen as the more defensive-minded, rough-and-tumble conference where you got to grind it out. It's obviously not the case in every situation, but Just that's a time of possession seems heavy for OKC. Yeah, but I think part of that is because the Pacers play as fast as they do. But it does. 89-84 at the end of the third. I would feel pretty decent if I were the Thunder right now. I don't think they have time of possession here, right? No. Largest lead of the game was 9 by the Thunder. They never got it to double digits. They've taken 2 less shots than the Pacers. They've made 4 more threes. They've made 1 more free throw. So the free throws are about the same. Officiating has been good. Officiating has been very good. But they are out-rebounding the Pacers by 9 here. They have 5 less assists, 4 less steals, 2 less blocks, and 5 more turnovers the Thunder have than the Pacers. Pacers have scored 17 points off of turnovers. That's actually not a terrible number. You turned it over 14 times and you only gave up 17 points off of turnovers. Not terrible. AP, what's up, AP? Passing through. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Leave a like on your way, brother. Leave a like on your way passing through. Vertibyte said, I was surprised OKC's favored by 5.5. Thought it would be 3 or so. I'm not too surprised at all. I would feel very comfortable taking the over on that. Even now. Any Knicks talk? We talked about it earlier about the coaching stuff. Not much to go on other than their process and me having to explain it to a couple of people. Here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. But if you got any questions, AP, we can talk about it. Put them in the chat. We'll talk about it. Toppin has it up top. Gets it over to Mathurin. Mathurin being guarded by Wallace, coming to his right of a screen. In the mid-range, spins to his left, leans in, draws the foul, gets the and one over J-Dub. And Mathurin, he's been phenomenal, man. Bad defense from J-Dub. Soft foul from him. Just that said, OKC is up 5. Is the prime for Pacers to come back, though? It is. Mathurin knocks down his and one free throw, and it's back to a 2-point game. Caruso will bring it down. The Thunder start this fourth quarter, this pivotal fourth quarter, with Caruso, Hartenstein, Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, and J-Dub. Pacers start with Shepherd, Toppin, Siakam, Mathurin, and McConnell. Wallace is driving it down, flips it up at the rim, gets a nice friendly roll on his floater, and he gets the floater to go down. McConnell driving to his right, down the lane, scoop lay with the right hand, gets it to go off the nice screen from Shepherd in the backcourt. And now Wallace bringing it down the other way. Now this is a very fast-paced game right now. This is favoring the Pacers. This is feeling like a Pacers game right now. A Pacers win. Hartenstein to the rim and gets the layup to go over Toppin. McConnell gets it over to Toppin. Toppin on the right wing. Quick crossover to his right. They call a foul on Aaron Wiggins on the Toppin pass. No foul on the floor. Shot caller said, which coach do you like better, Pacers or Thunder? Carlisle is the more experienced coach, and I like him a lot. I'll say Carlisle. Dagnall can get there for sure, as Mathurin hangs in the air and gets the lefty layup to go over Hartenstein. Oh my goodness. Mathurin's been phenomenal tonight. J-Dub bringing it down against Mathurin. Mathurin's up to 22 points. He's 8 for 10 from the field. He's been fantastic. Mathurin coming to his left off the Hartenstein screen. Toppin switches onto him. Up top to Caruso. Caruso gets it over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein tries to hit Caruso, come back door. A terrible pass from Hartenstein. Horrific pass. McConnell gets caught in the air and throws it away. So at least they saved that possession there. Charlie V. Cruz said the final is just proving that there is no need to build the big three or whatever to be in the championships. No team has built the big three or has attempted to build the big three since the Phoenix Suns, and they didn't even make the playoffs this year, man. So I believe the refs were going to award that ball back to the Pacers, but I believe the Thunder are using their challenge there because it's very clearly off of McConnell. AP said, also, Charlie, there is no way to build big threes anymore when you, with the way the CBA is situated. There is no money available to build big threes anymore. Part of the reason of them negotiating the CBA the way it was to make sure that big threes stopped occurring in the league. They want more parity. AB said, I couldn't see any of the top teams granting permission. Yeah, and I don't think the Knicks organization did either. But you shoot your shot. I made I made the analogy earlier of like, look, man, like, go ask the hot girl at the bar for her number. Like, why not? If she says no, you go, hey, all right. But maybe she says yes. Maybe she's feeling you too. That's what the Knicks did. Like, maybe the Rockets say yes. Maybe they're tired of Udoka. We now know that they are not, and they like Udoka, but you never know. You just ask. You ask. Right? Why not ask? They'll likely say no, and I know the Knicks are very much prepared for them to say no. But for the small opportunity that they say yes, you shoot your shot. You take that chance. You ask. Charlie said, not good for OKC. A close game in the fourth. The Pacers are a clutch team. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. He said, Rick Carlisle is a upstate New Yorker, and he should come coach the Knicks, man. Leave them Hicks over there in Indiana. Come coach the Knicks. You know, I said Carlisle's coaching his ass off. Yes, he is. AP said, Knicks don't need another star. That CBA is for LeBron James. No, it is not. That CBA is for the NBA and the owners, brother. That CBA has nothing to do with LeBron. Not one thing. As a matter of fact, it hurts LeBron because LeBron in his older age probably wants to play alongside more stars. Right? He needs more stars to supplement him as he's going to be 41 years old, which is ridiculous because he just made an All-NBA team. That CBA hurts LeBron more than it helps him. Avy said the Knicks don't need another star. No. They need depth. You look at the two teams in the NBA Finals, and what is the thing that they both do extremely at an extreme high level? They utilize their depth in phenomenal ways, right? They got different kinds of depth, but they use it in fantastic ways. Both coaches use their depth in fantastic ways. And I think that is the lesson to be learned from these two teams going against each other right now. Because in Game 2, it was Aaron Wiggins going off. In Game 3, it's Bennedict Mathurin going off. You need a guy to come in where, hey, man, you don't know who it's going to be. Right? It could be Mathurin. It could be McConnell like it was in the second quarter. It could be Siakam one game. It's going to be Halliburton one game. It could be any of these guys. It could be Toppin breaking out for 15 points, with 3 or 4 threes. For the Thunder, it could be SGA. It's going to be SGA, but it could be J-Dub. It could be Holmgren. It could be Lou Dort. It could be Caruso. It could be Aaron Wiggins. It could be Isaiah Joe. It could be a bunch of guys off the bench who make an impact and help you win that game. Depth has become a weapon in the NBA. As J-Dub hits Holmgren, comes to the basket, he gets a layup to go. 9:30 to go. My timer's a little bit off, but we'll catch up. McConnell kicks it out the top and now over to Mathurin. Mathurin gets it over to Siakam. Siakam back to Mathurin. Mathurin up top being guarded by Dort on the switch, but Dort, great matchup for anybody. They get it over to Siakam being guarded by SGA. They like this mismatch. Siakam out by the three-point line, steps back, loses the handle on the ball, picks it back up, has to fire a contested midi, airballs it. Shot clock violation. Shot clock was winding down. He had to let it go after you mishandled the ball. A good defensive sequence there from OKC, forces the turnover. And let's see how they take advantage here. Okay, he said we had depth last summer, and then Hartenstein ruined it, brother. Then Hartenstein ruined it. J-Dub has it up top. He picks his dribble up. He can't get it to anybody. And he throws it away. What are you doing picking your dribble up, man? So Siakam has it up top, hands it off to Toppin. Toppin can't get it to anybody. He picks his dribble up. Now hands it off to McConnell. McConnell has it up top, being guarded by SGA. Shot clock down to 8. McConnell's looking to dance, spins, pump fakes. SGA goes flying, puts it up, and he blows the layup. But the loose ball finds its way out to Nembhard, and he knocks down the little midi jumper. About 10 feet away. And then McConnell with the steal, and he lays it up and in. And we're tied at 95 just like that. McConnell has done that 3 times tonight where he's stolen the inbounds. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Nembhard. SGA's dancing with it. Nembhard's doing a great job of staying in front of him. He's coming around a Holmgren screen. Now SGA's dancing with it. On the left wing, being guarded by Nembhard, he clears out the side. SGA spins into the double team, throws it up at the rim, and they call a foul. That's a bad foul call. I don't agree with that foul call. SGA is just flopping like a fish right now, hoping they blow that whistle. He's done that multiple times tonight, and the refs did a great job of not. Let's see if it's a foul. I don't think that's a foul. It's a little touch foul. Not in the NBA Finals, man. That's a superstar call right there. If said LeBron James wants an all-star at every position, I was trying to say the CBA is preventing him from doing it again and again and again. So did Jordan, brother. So did, literally, as SGA misses a free throw, brother. We can't be missing free throws right now, SGA. What are you doing, brother? Charlie said, in the case of the Knicks, no bench player made an impact like an Aaron Wiggins or a Mathurin. Deuce McBride was capable of it, and he played 11 minutes in the closeout game, man. Coach did not trust the bench. DeLon Wright, Landry Shamet played excellent games in the Pacers series. If only they could play it a little bit more during the regular season so they were more accustomed to the lineup. But, you know, it was... Mathurin knocks down a pull-up 3. Oh, my goodness. SGA did split the free throws, by the way. And I'm telling you, this feels like a Pacers win. It's coming down to the wire. We know the Pacers are a clutch team. We know this is a situation that a young OKC team could feel very uncomfortable in. J-Dub to the basket, gets the lefty layup to go. SGA, you just got to give the ball up to J-Dub, man. Got to give the ball up to J-Dub right now. J-Dub got to take us home here tonight. It's got to be the J-Dub game. McConnell kicks it out the top and up top to Mathurin. He's had the touch. Had the touch all night. He's up 25 points off the bench. Mathurin swings through, slips and falls. Loose ball, still loose. Siakam goes, gathers it, over to Mathurin. Mathurin driving it down, looking to get the layup, can't get it to go. Good defense from SGA. Mathurin's flopping like a fish, trying to draw the foul instead of getting the basket. Missed it. Now SGA's bringing it down. McConnell steps up to guard him. SGA's got the height advantage, leans in, inside the Holmgren, catches, pump fake, draws the foul, and they say on the floor. No shot attempt for Chet Holmgren. 7 minutes to go. Side out of bounds for OKC. Just as Dead said, 125 will definitely be enough. A high-scoring game definitely favors the Pacers. Definitely favors the Pacers. If you said if OKC loses the finals, can get any player they want. They got the money, they got the talent, they got the pick. Yeah. They are set up for any situation. If they want to just go the superstar route, they can go get Giannis. They can go get Giannis very easily and keep intact depth. They can keep intact depth and star talent and still go get Giannis. They can go get Larry Markkinen right now if they wanted to. You know? But he doesn't really fit their defensive two-way player archetype. They get it in the Hartenstein. Hartenstein hands it back off to J-Dub. It's got to be J-Dub, man. It's got to be J-Dub. Under 7 to go. Has it up top. Feeds it over to Harnstein on the slip. Harnstein bully balls his way to the basket. Off glass. Can't get it to go. Halliburton's back in. He tapes the rebound over to Turner. Here comes Nembhard pushing it the other way. Leaves it off for Turner. Turner back off to Halliburton. Halliburton dancing around the Turner screen. Step back three for Halliburton. And he gets it to go. Tyrese Halliburton and a timeout from the Thunder. 6:40 to go. 3-point lead for the Pacers. Just as Dad said, Pacers better win this. This has been their best opportunity to win a game for sure. They stole game one. They led that game for 0.3 seconds. It was the most important 0.3 seconds of the game, though. It was the final 0.3 seconds. If they can win tonight, they go up 2-1. They put a ton of pressure on the Pacers, on the Thunder, to win game four, man. Right? Ton of pressure on the Thunder to win game four. This is feeling like a Pacers win, I'll tell you that. I've been saying it for a while, but it is for the past, since the second quarter, it felt like, oh, the Pacers better win this. Like, you're right, Justice said. Like, this might be their best opportunity to win the finals right now, if they can win game three. Or if I said OKC does not feel uncomfortable, they won 68 games. They also had a big old meltdown against the Thunder and had multiple clutch games in which they looked very uncomfortable, brother. Very uncomfortable. Between these two teams, the Pacers are very comfortable in the clutch, and the Thunder have shown during this playoff run to be very uncomfortable. You're talking about a team that has looked the most comfortable all playoffs long in the clutch versus the team that's looked the most uncomfortable in the clutch. You know? Sire Love. What's up, Sire? Just Dad said, you busy Friday, game 4, are you doing it? Probably doing it. We're probably doing it, brother. I mean, I am busy Friday, but we're doing it. Doing it anyway. 8 o'clock start time, 8:30 start time. So. Avi said, tough to get excited for this? Excited, yeah. I could see that. But as a basketball fan, very good games. Yeah, I'm not excited for it. I'm not like sitting around all day like, ooh, I can't wait for the finals tonight. But so excited. You're right. It's tough to get excited about it. I'm not even necessarily excited about it, even though I think this is a fun, entertaining series. But you're right. Lacking excitement. I think also part of that is the pageantry. The ESPN, the NBA, just done a terrible job of making this like an exciting broadcast. You know, there's nothing special about this finals presentation. Nothing special about it. It looks like a regular Tuesday night game of the regular season. This looks like Game 62, the way they have presented this. Nothing about this screams the finals. Nothing at all. Red if I said they should get Luka. They should just go get Giannis. Giannis is literally the second or third best player in the NBA right now. He's better than Luka. Go get Giannis. George Jones. What's up, George? I'm a hater. I don't want to see Indiana win. Absolutely, man. I'm with you. J-Dub bringing it down against Neesmith, who's back in. Neesmith has not had a very good game today, so I don't know about that substitution. We'll see if it pays out for them. Dort has it up top, gets it over to SGA. SGA coming to his left off a Dort screen, snaking it. And a travel from SGA. What is SGA doing, man? They got him flustered. This is the most flustered I've ever seen SGA. This dude's usually calm, cool, and collected, and he is flustered. Halliburton has it up top, coming to his right off the Neesmith screen, and a offensive foul on Miles Turner with a bad screen, extending his arms on the screen. shoving SGA. SGA flopped for it. But sometimes you gotta exaggerate the context. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I think that's, for the most part, pretty solid screen. But he did extend the arms. It is illegal. It is illegal. This is the playoffs, man. This is the finals. I don't know if I'd call that. SGA sold it. J-Dub spins off of Nesmith, driving it down, a one-legged contested floater, and he got it to go down. That's a tough shot from J-Dub. We got to play through J-Dub, man. He looks very comfortable so far here in the second half. He's been far better than SGA has been so far. Haliburton coming to his right, pocket pass to Turner. Turner at the foul line, going along under the baseline, and he gets the layup, just muscling Chet Holmgren out of the lane, man. Just muscled him out of the lane. Good finish from Turner. Caruso gets it over to Holmgren. Driving to his right, putting his head down, attacking. Gets blocked by Turner, and Toppin picks up the loose ball. Haliburton over to Nembhard. Nembhard pushing it the other way. Nembhard gets it out to Haliburton. Haliburton over to Nembhard. Nembhard attacking Holmgren off the bounce. Kicks it out to Toppin. Toppin up top to Turner. Turner out to Haliburton. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. They've already run through 3 or 4 actions, and now Haliburton has it up top. Crosses over to his left on SGA. Spins, knocked out of his hands, retreats to the corner, puts up the 3, gets maybe blocked by SGA. It's a loose ball. 2 Pacers run into each other. Nembhard picks it up, a one-legged floater. Can't get it to go, but a foul on the floor before Nembhard shot the floater. Nembhard has it up top. Coming to his left off the screen, driving it down, step back on Caruso. Caruso goes the wrong way. Great step back from Nembhard. My goodness, as he splashes the step back mid-range jumper. It's a 5-point lead for Indiana here. SGA coming to his left off the Holmgren screen. Driving it down, kicks it out to a wide open Dort in the left corner. He's been perfect all night, but of course that's the 3 he misses. They kick it out to Haliburton. Haliburton bringing it down the other way. J-Dub will pick him up. Haliburton has it on the left wing. Quick crossover to his left on J-Dub. Driving it down, takes the bump, puts up the floater. Can't get it to go, but Obi Toppin comes flying from the rafters for a 2-handed putback jam. And here comes OKC bringing it down the other way. All momentum pointing to the Pacers. They've built a 7-point lead here. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 107-100. J-Dub has it up top, coming to his left off a Caruso screen. In and out dribble. Crossing over to his right. Down the lane. Gets blocked by Obi Toppin at the rim. And Haliburton bringing it down the other way. Hit ahead to Nembhard. Nembhard has it on the right wing, being guarded by SGA. Coming to his left off the Turner screen, pulling it back out. Now coming to his right off the Turner screen. Nembhard's got some space, steps back, mid-range, follow-away jumper over SGA. Comes up well short. Dort with the long rebound. Here comes SGA bringing it down now. You need some baskets, man. Time is not on your side. You're down 7. SGA split the double screen. Driving it down, gets stripped by Nesmith. He picks up the loose ball. He leans in, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Holmgren. Holmgren gets fouled on the floor before the shot attempt. OKC is going to have the possession here. Justice Dets had kind of a grid game. Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. AP said, I guess Obi Toppin was contributing team. And what did we get back from him? We got 2 second-round picks, AP. Got 2 second-round picks. Because the head coach never played him. In the final game, Obi Toppin played for the New York Knicks. I believe he played 6 minutes in an elimination game against the Miami Heat. It was something like that. After he came off a fantastic Game 5, and then Tom Thibodeau did not play him in Game 6. And Obi Toppin made his feelings very well known in that very, very infamous recording after that game. Just Dad said, we're all rooting for Indy. Don't feel weird. Come on, man. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? I'm low-key rooting for Indy? Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Not at all. If you said Obi could win a championship, that another stain on Tibbs and Leon gave him away. Leon had to give him away. He wasn't coming. They couldn't negotiate a contract extension, brother. What did you want him to do? To hold on to him and have him leave in free agency for nothing? That man was not coming back, big dog. He did not want to play for Tom Thibodeau. He has shaded that man since leaving. That's a just Obi for 2 picks straight up? Yep. Traded him for 2 picks. Charlie said Randall is the reason Obi left the team. Absolutely not, Charlie. He has nothing but glowing things to say about Randall. The reason he left the team is because Tom Thibodeau did not utilize him whatsoever. Just that said Pacers are due for a championship? Hell no. Hope they never win one. They get it in the J-Dub. J-Dub over to Caruso. Caruso gets it over to SGA. SGA being guarded by Nembhard. Dancing with it. Coming to his right. Leans in. Step back. Mid-range jumper. Gets it to go. And a delay game warning against the Thunder. Just as Dad said, I don't remember, but we loved him being a New York City guy. Yeah, would have been a great Knick if the coach knew how to utilize him. Nembhard has it up top, being guarded by J-Dub. Get it over to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Halliburton dancing with it against Dort. Coming to his left off the screen. Inside pass. No, cross-court pass to Nesmith. The right wing 3. Oh, Nesmith! Huge 3-point shot there for Nesmith. And J-Dub will bring it down. 8-point lead for Indiana. J-Dub coming to his left, dancing around the Holmgren screen. Stopping, turning, spinning the other way. Coming down, loses the handle, and Turner picks it up. Fantastic defense from the Pacers, and they're going to pull this one out, guys. They're going to pull this one out. Caruso strips Halliburton in the front court, and Caruso's going to go all the way and gets hacked by Nesmith. Just that said, must have been a midseason trade. No, they traded him in the offseason, dog. They traded him in the offseason. It was after the Miami series. Where were you, Justice's dad? It was a very messy breakup. He did not want to be with the Knicks anymore. He did not want to play for Tom Thibodeau specifically. Did you guys not hear the recording of Obi Toppin going back to the locker room and asking Tibbs what his problem was? So Caruso's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Let me do this. This is Obi Toppin screaming at Tibbs after Game 6 against the Heat. This nigga foul, bro. No ass nigga don't know how to coach. This nigga foul, bro. No ass nigga don't know how to coach. That's not the one, but he was going crazy. He said Tibbs was wilding. Someone said, Obi, shut up. Obi said, this dumbass doesn't know how to coach. And then in the second clip, do they have the second clip here? They don't have the second clip here, but I'll read you the transcript. It said, Ayo, Tibbs, what the F is wrong with you? You got a problem with me. And then after that, it sounds like someone said, go to the front office. Yeah, he was done with that. He was done with that. He was done with that. He was done with Tom Thibodeau. The referees are reviewing to see if it's a flagrant, by the way. Charlie said, when was this, after the Miami Heat elimination game? Yes. Game 6 against the Miami Heat.
We have contact, and we do not have a follow-through, so therefore it does not meet the criteria for a flagrant foul. Caruso will be on the line.
You know, so it turns out Obi was right. He didn't know how to coach. He does know how to coach. He just does not like to use his bench. He has very, very obvious faults. We talked about it for multiple years now.
That right there, the raise the arm to bring down is the windup. That's what I'm seeing. And
you just said Nick could have drafted Hallie and Obi at a later pick. No, they could not have had both.
I'm surprised it's not a flavor.
Based off your 30 years of experience,
but yeah, they should have drafted Halliburton, who's the
possession. It's two enormous free throws for Caruso, who was a little bit shaken up on the play. Both teams still have multiple timeouts remaining. Caruso 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, couple of steals. Usually in situations he's on the floor at crunch time for OKC.
Indiana 14 fouls, Oklahoma City 3. Approaching that 2-minute mark.
Back to 6. Turner comes out. Halliburton fakes, drives inside to Turner. Turner knocked away by Williams. Still struggling. They two fall down. Ball out of bounds. I believe they're going to say it's OKC ball. Siakam looked like he may have been out of bounds when he had connection with the ball.
Yeah, but that's 2 straight turnovers.
I turned my mic off, so the whole time I was talking, instead of turning the game audio off, I turned my mic off by accident. My bad, y'all. Caruso has it up top. The Thunder just forced a turnover. Now SGA, pocket pass to Holmgren. Holmgren with the pass fake, kicks it out to J-Dub. He's going to pump fake. He's going to drive it down, back out to Holmgren. Holmgren's going to get blocked by Turner. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Holmgren's going to drive it down now in the lane. Gets blocked again. Gets blocked again. Out of bounds off of Holmgren. Holmgren, what are you doing, brother? Get that to a guard. Chet Holmgren has had a rough second half after a really good first quarter. Actually, he's had a bad 3 quarters following his good first quarter. Halliburton bringing it down. SGA switches onto him. Halliburton coming to his right off the screen, driving it down in the lane, shoves it over to Siakam. Siakam kicks it out to a wide open Nesmith, left corner 3. Comes up short. Holmgren with a nice big strong rebound. Hit ahead to J-Dub. J-Dub being guarded by Nembhard. J-Dub out to SGA. 1:30 to go. Time is not on your side. You got to go. SGA steps back, kicks it out to Caruso. Back to SGA being guarded by Siakam. Siakam can guard him. Siakam's a good long defender. This is not the matchup SGA thinks it is. Steps back, mid-range follow-away jumper, but a long mid-range. Long rebound now. Nembhard gets it away from Holmgren, throws it ahead to Siakam, who gets a wide-open layup at the rim, goes right past SGA, and it's an 8-point game with 1 minute to go, and it looks like Indiana's going to pull this one out, baby. Randy, what up, Randy? Just so you know, I hate the Pacers. Me too, Randy. Me too. Abe said you still have to win 4 games. 94 Knicks were up 3-2 and lost 2 in a row. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, I said, look at the comments. What's up with the comments? What's up with the comments, brother? Just dad put the exact transcript. Put the exact transcript in the comments. That's all I'm saying. Just dad said Tibbs was outcoached by Spoelstra, but also Obi was outplayed by Kevin Love and Cody Martin. My recollection is that Obi Toppin had a fantastic Game 5. Very good. Was part of the lineup that won Game 5 for us, and then barely played in Game 6. But let's look it up. Knicks versus Heat. I can look up Toppins. Knicks versus Heat. Let's look at this one real quick. in this game. They're not going to show me the minutes played, really? Oh, he played 12 minutes. Yeah, he played 12 minutes. Neesmith picks up his 5th foul in the inbound. So J-Dub's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. So in the elimination game, he played 12 minutes. That's it. And in game 5, I believe he had a good game. In game 5, Obi Toppin, he played 12 minutes, 2 points, 6 rebounds. We did it. I'm misremembering it. J-Dub knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Was it game 4? He had a really good game in one of these. 6 minutes. So he's really just upset he didn't get to play at all. Played 6 minutes in game 4. Just that said, Obi played terrible versus Miami. Didn't he airball 3 late in game 4? I thought I remembered him playing at least one good game. But it looks like he didn't play at all, which is an issue. J-Dub comes up short on the second free throw, so now they're down 7, under a minute to go. Can't be missing free throws, man. SGA's missed them. J-Dub's missed them. Halliburton bringing it down inside to Neesmith. Neesmith kicks it out to Nembhard. Nembhard over to Halliburton. Halliburton inside to Siakam. Siakam being guarded by Dort. Stop, turn, spin. Out to Halliburton. He's going to drive it down in the lane. Throws it up. Can't get it to go. J-Dub with the rebound. Bringing it down and gets fouled by Neesmith. And Neesmith gets fouled out. And J-Dub's going to go back to the foul line for 2 more free throws. 35 seconds, though. Time is not on the Thunder side. AB said, you got to wonder what Leon Rose is thinking watching this final. I think he is thinking about what questions he's going to ask. He's going to ask as J-Dub misses another free throw. I think Leon Rose is thinking about what questions he's going to ask during his coaching interviews. I don't think he has any thoughts about the game at all. I really don't. J-Dub does knock down the second one at least, but it is a 6-point game with 35 seconds to go. Cason Wallace slipped and fell, easily inbounded it to Nembhard, hit ahead to Mathurin. Mathurin showing 2. They knocked it out of his hands, but they call a foul. Mathurin's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Dennis Floyd, what's up, Dennis? What do you think about Action Jackson as Knicks' next head coach? Talking about Phil Jackson? You're talking about 80-year-old Phil Jackson, brother? The reason why you don't see him around the NBA anymore. That man is old and on a beach somewhere. Doug, what's up, Doug? Randy, what's up, Randy? It should be us. Gotta win it, man. Gotta go all the way. Michael Brown, what's up, Michael? That's it. He has had some solid minutes as Mathurin's at the foul line for 2 free throws. They're intentionally fouling, obviously. Just that said, and Tibbs would pull him out and never put him back in. I can see why he is mad. He wants an opportunity to show what he can do, but couldn't even when Randall was hurt. He never got an opportunity. Randall was rarely hurt, sprained his ankle towards the end of the year, and only missed a couple of games at the end of the season. And even still, Tom Thibodeau played with his minutes, even when Randall was hurt. And the way, as Mathurin knocked down both free throws, by the way, the way I always referenced it was Toppin only got to play. As Holmgren puts up a 3, he can't get it to go. Toppin only got to play whenever Julius Randle was getting rest, which is an unfair position to put Obi Toppin in, who is the 8th overall pick, who is playing for his another contract, and you never played him. You know, there's a story that Jalen Brunson tells about Jason Kidd, where when Brunson, as a second-round pick, gets to the Dallas Mavericks, he says one of the first things Jason Kidd told me was, "Hey man, I'm gonna get you paid." As Cason Wallace misses a free throw, they're not winning this game. Can't win this game with missing free throws, man. And that, that means something to players, because obviously this is your livelihood and this is the way you're feeding your family and the way you are going to make your money moving forward. And as Wallace knocks down the second one, Tom Thibodeau has no way of, he's never done that for players. He's never been like, I'm going to put you in a position where you're going to at least make some money. Cason Wallace had the floor again and easily inbounded into Nembhard, and the Pacers are going to swing it around. Siakam's going to go to the rim and get the layup to go. He's just going to take his 2 points. 7 seconds to go, and the Pacers are going to go up 2-1 in the NBA Finals. Oof. Dennis Floyd said Mark Jackson. Action Jackson is Phil Jackson's nickname, Dennis. Mark Jackson is never going to be an NBA coach ever again in his career because he is a horrific person to work with. Nobody likes working with him. He doesn't know how to coach NBA offenses. He puts players in positions to not be healthy and to get injured and whatnot. And he'll never coach in the NBA again because nobody wants to deal with him. He's not blackballed because of the reasons people say he's been blackballed. He's blackballed because nobody likes him. He is not a good person to be around. Nobody is going to have Mark Jackson hang around the organization ever again. Part of the reason why he doesn't work with the MSG commentary team, part of the reason why ESPN let him go. He is an insufferable person to be around, and they got him out of there. You said iHeart got paid. Yeah, iHeart got paid because Mitchell Robinson got hurt. That's why Hartenstein got paid. He also had a team overpay for him. Right? Hartenstein never gets the opportunity to be a starting center if Mitchell Robinson never gets hurt. I said Leon did no bad contracts. The only stain he really ever had was the Evan Fournier contract. It was a 4-year deal, $78 million, which wasn't great. He was able to get out of it if he really wanted to get out of it without having to get off assets and whatnot. But that's still, that's the only one where he signed. It wasn't a good contract. In the moment, we were like, that's not a great contract. But it never got to the point where it became a detriment to their team building. Well, that's going to be it, man. Pacers go up 2-1. Pacers go up 2-1. D. Grant said Tibbs is a disciple of Van Gundy. Yeah, Van Gundy is the same as Tibbs. Anybody who wants Jeff Van Gundy to be the head coach of the Knicks in Big 2025, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Keith Modeste, what's up, Keith? D. Grant said, more and more it looks like Johnny Bryant. They're not looking for retreads. I think they are looking for retreads. They're going to interview Budenholzer. They're going to interview Frank Vogel. They're going to interview Mike Brown. They're going to interview a bunch of retread coaches. We'll see. Judge's dad said Hartenstein 4-3-1. Terrible game from Hartenstein, man. Terrible game from Hartenstein. AP said, good show, bad result. Appreciate you, AP. Appreciate everybody who came out and watched the finals with us. Just as that said, we're Pacer backers now, unfortunately. Never, brother. Never. I can cheer for Obi Toppin without rooting for the Pacers to win. The same way I can root for the Thunder to win without rooting for Hartenstein to play well. Hartenstein was terrible tonight. But I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. It's already 11:20 here on the East Coast. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to get out of here. Right? Pacers go up 2-1 in the NBA Finals, man. They might do it. They might pull off the impossible. He said, hate to see the Pacers win. I know. But look, man, they outplayed them tonight. They beat them. This is why you can't give away game one. They gave away game one. This is why you can't do it. Right? This was the same sentiment the Knicks had. This is the same sentiment the Pacers, the Cavs had. The one that Milwaukee gave away was actually Game 5, the closeout game. So obviously they couldn't give that one away. But this is why you don't give away Game 1 if you're OKC. You know? Just that's a Matherin game. Matherin was spectacular tonight. He said, who's the best recycle coach out there? I think it's Terry Stotts. Probably my favorite one. And then probably Frank Vogel. But I want them to just hire Johnny Bryant. I hope they go through this interview process and they interview Johnny Bryant along with all the other head coaches that they're going to interview. And they go, okay, Johnny Bryant was the most impressive coach. And we're really rooting for him. And we're going to hire him. So I hope it's Johnny Bryant. And I hope part of this interviewing process is going to allow them to find, hopefully Johnny Bryant, find him good veteran former head coaches who are going to come in and be good assistant coaches for him and help show him the ways and lead him along. So, I said, why isn't Budenholzer the best retread? Budenholzer was in the same scenario Tom Thibodeau has been in. The difference is that Budenholzer was coaching one of, if not the best player at the time in the NBA, in Giannis. And Giannis was able to drag that team to a championship despite him having very, very flawed coaching. Same way Thibodeau's had very flawed coaching. Thibodeau's just not coaching one of the two best players in the NBA. Like if Tom Thibodeau was coaching the Denver Nuggets, yeah, maybe he could win a championship the same way Mike Malone did. Right? They won that championship not because Mike Malone's an awesome coach. They won that championship because Jokic was the best player in the league by far at the time. Right? AP said, I want Bryant. I'm with you, AP. I'm with you. Johnny Bryant's my number one. I said, or Taylor Jenkins. Taylor Jenkins is a good one. It's a good one. He's one of the better retread coaches out there, for sure. Charlie said, does Rick Brunson know how to be a coach? I mean, a head coach? No. No, Rick Brunson will not even be interviewed for the head coach. Will not be interviewed for it. AB said, what happens to Rick Brunson? I don't know. I guess it's going to be up to whatever head coach they hire. I don't know. Says that to the OKC at 18 points in the fourth. Yeah, they look tired, man. Indiana's wearing on them. As the series goes on, Indiana gets stronger. They weaken you. They had how many days off? So can't really be an excuse. And they only got 1 day off in between before the next game, right? Next game is a Friday. Just that said OKC wasn't even up 10, so it's easy work for them to overcome. OKC with 18 points in the fourth quarter, man. That is saying a lot. It is not easy to win in Indiana. So OKC better come to play on Friday, man. For this series, they go up 3-1, man. Ton of pressure on OKC. They go up 3-1. Steve Grant said Pacers play the whole bench. I mean, they go deep, man. They go deep. AP said Rick Brunson is Jalen Brunson person coach. I don't know what that means. AP. Randy said that should be us doing that to OKC. Now with Tom Thibodeau as the head coach, man. It was not going to be us. We were going to be getting spanked. It was going to be game 2, the whole series. What the Thunder did in game 2 to the Pacers, That was going to be what they were going to do in the Knicks the whole series. Shows that the Pacers overcame a 15-point deficit in the fourth quarter of Game 1 to steal one in Oklahoma City. This was easy for them. 116 is the number for them? It is. It is, man. They get to 115 plus, they win. Right? We talked about it. It was a high-scoring game. We knew that was a green flag for the Pacers and a red flag for the Thunder. Thunder being a defensive team, they want to slow the game down as much as possible, so, you know. Randy said that first game killed us. Yeah, man. Look, man. We went through it, Randy. We went through it. Time to move on. On to the next one. Look, we're in the middle of a head coaching search. I don't give a damn what happened 2 weeks ago. Right? I don't. I'm moved on. We got a coaching search to go through, man. We got to get to it. Time moves on. Can't harp on the past. On to the next one. Here we go. Got to be better for next year. D. Grant said, women are taking over men's jobs. Then you better get better at your job, D. Grant, because you better make sure that you're good at your job. If women are taking over your job, D. Grant, and you're worried about it, then you're not very good at your job. Just be good at your job and make yourself not expendable. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know where that comment came from. I don't even know why I gave it the time of day. Randy said we coming next year. That's what I want to see, Randy. That's what I want to see. On to the next one. Okay, you take your lumps, ball up top. Check it up again. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Avy said personal coach Rick Brunson only coaches one player. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I have not paid attention to Rick Brunson. But I hope we hire a new coach, and I hope we have a brand new coaching staff. It is time to, clean slate, move on. So. D. Grant said, I'm not worried about anything. It's not my job. It's other people's jobs. So what are you worried about, brother? If they're taking over other people's jobs, then they're better for the job. I don't even know where that comment came from, dog. Don't be weird. Don't be a weirdo. Randy said better than this year and think year we were good next year. We're gonna be great. Yeah, I hope so, man. Let's go through the process. Let's do it. Let's hire our coach. Let's go through the draft. Let's check in for this summer league. Let's get to work starting next year. Randy said, why not Mark Jackson? Because nobody likes Mark Jackson. He's not a good guy. Nobody likes hanging around him. He's a terrible person to be around. And nobody likes working with him. He's not a good coach. And he'll never be hired in the NBA ever again because he's not good. And with that being said, we're going to end it. Y'all. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. It's 8:27 now. 8:30. Why do they start the NBA Finals at 8:30? What is the purpose of that? That's 5:30 in the West Coast. So you're not even getting to prime time for them. Just start it at 7:30. What is the issue here? 8 o'clock, the latest. Why 8:30? You make us go all the way to 11:30. Like some of us got to wake up early in the morning. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Remember to brush your teeth before bed. Get a good night's sleep. And stay hydrated, y'all. Until we'll be back on Friday. Only got one day off in between, finally, right? So we'll be back on Friday. Appreciate y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Bye.